winning again.
Ooh.
Third 2020. Can you believe? It's right around the corner.
So you ready? Let's go. Let me hear it.
Hey, America, great again. Thank you, Texas. Thank you.
Oh!
At 3:07, look who's back with us, everybody.
I'm back.
It's Pamela.
I owe everyone a big one.
You what?
I owe everyone a big one for dealing for a week without me.
Don't owe your friends anything. We're just glad to see you. At 7 minutes after, okay, we the fake applause. We've done our bit, but that's truly what was in our hearts. At 3:07, before we get into the meat and potatoes, David Blackman joining us shortly for our tour through the Idiocracy. We lost this guy today, and we've been playing his stuff on this show for almost the whole 20 years it's been around. Tom Lehrer.
I ache for the touch of your lips, dear, but much more for the touch of your whips, dear. You can raise welts like nobody else as we dance to the masochism tango.
Calling all stations, clear the air lanes, clear all air lanes for the big broadcast.
And we may have time to play more Tom Lehrer later or tomorrow. Master Thespian joining us right now. It is happy hour. David Blackman coming up. Somewhere in Texas. Did I mention Pamela's back?
And here they are.
At 3:08. And it is so good to see you. And that means our video podcast is back.
Yes. I'm sure
Happy hour
everybody
with Greg
missed that.
Boudel on a server near you somewhere. I've got to get my first. Oh, this is hilarious. From my Facebook page.
What is it?
Facebook page.
Okay, smarty pants.
About that, you should know. I mean, everybody else, they've given up. They do it deliberately. This is a long ago moment. I remember this when Hillary Clinton was, you're going to be Timmy when that's stand by your man. And we're going to open the Idiocracy with that. And then right after she says all of this Beazle Schmeaz, that a light comes crashing down from the studio set.
Yes. It almost knocks her from behind.
It just missed.
Yes.
And when it missed, America said,
Oh, crap! Ah, damn it!
better luck next time. But I still think it's possible that some form of ceiling light or sword of Damocles or something will fall on that woman and she will finally be held accountable. I mean, it's great if we get all these other folks. Trump says Obama's probably immune, but everybody else, all of them that orchestrated the coup, that committed treason, orange jumpsuits for everybody.
Please.
But she cannot walk. She cannot skate on all this because she's right in the middle of it. She was the one that came up with it, paid for the Steele dossier, that all those phony FISA, all of that. And they put America through 3 years of this crap. And they deserve to be punished. Richly punished. Let me take a quick look and see what the market did today. Well, it was down 64 points. Why? After that big EU trade deal. Yeah. I mean, some of it's up, some of it's down. Not drastically, just kind of unchanged.
Look at Deion Sanders.
I guess he had some type of cancer.
Bladder
surgery.
cancer. Yes.
He's in a pair of bib overalls and a cowboy hat, if you can imagine Neon Dion.
Yep, with big chains.
Quite the change, yes.
Flashy outfit.
Hey, this is also baseball trade deadline week, so I need you on top of that, okay?
Okay. I'll start.
And thanks for bowling.
Yes.
We had a good time. We didn't have a giant turnout, but everybody that came had a great time.
Yeah, Remy made it a whole hour. That was good.
That is.
She was tired.
And again, it's great watching her because she gets so excited when she knocks the pins down.
Yeah.
We need to get more parents and grandparents onto this.
Yeah, bring them.
And our
was
thanks
fun.
to the staff at Pamela Lanes Montgomery for hosting a good time. By the way, Brant will analyze whatever the market news is today at 5:15. Later on this afternoon, the Movie Maven will be discussing a couple of things, including the Phoenician Creed, which is new.
Did you guys talk about Happy Gilmore 2?
About what?
Happy Gilmore 2?
No. That's kind of a known entity. That's something you're either going to want to see or not. How was it? I mean, sequels don't often.
It was funny. You have to appreciate for what it is, which is very dumb.
Well, yeah, dumb is good.
Yeah,
but I'll
it's
tell
a
you what,
mindless comedy.
we got Dumb coming out on Friday with the reboot of The Naked Gun with Liam Neeson, and so far they've done nothing but convince me it's a waste of time. I'm not buying it. I'm not buying him in that character in that type of role. But that's just me. Hey, what's the page that people can go and join?
The Movie Mavens VIPs.
The Movie Mavens VIPs on Facebook. Look it up. You have to request an invitation to join, right?
Yes.
After we get all your personal data, income, job history, we'll easily approve you. No, we want to get dialogue going so we can add that component and things that you've seen and recommended, because there's so much on streaming. But I got to tell you, I surfed through some of it the other day, and it was just mostly crap.
They had so many cameos in Happy Gilmore 2.
Oh.
It was funny. I mean, it was stupid, but I enjoyed that.
I'm still trying to catch or get Murders in the Building.
Isn't Selena Gomez in that?
Terrible casting.
Yeah, not a fan.
No, and she doesn't fit at all. But that's a show that has a ton of cameos in it, too, that may or may not work. All right, we're getting ready for David Blackman here in just a couple of minutes. If you are facing a life crisis and, it can absolutely toss your emotional salad. And when you're in that kind of mental condition, you need legal leadership, because you may not make smart decisions when you're being driven by emotions. Let me recommend Dana Delk and Jacqueline Tomlinson, Delk and Tomlinson attorneys at law, for the kind of legal leadership, the experience, hundreds of family law cases. But you know what? It's that look in the eye. Here's how we're going to fix this. Here's how we're going to get from point A to point B. And we're going to get you through this and out of the other side ready to pick up. That's what you need. They also handle all matters of family law, including wills, blended families. If you're struggling or running into a lot of red tape with adoption, reach out at 819-4810. It may not be you, but if you know somebody who's struggling with a situation, give the number to them, 819-4810, or this web address, thealabamafamilylawyers.com, for Delk and Tomlinson attorneys at law.
The representation is made that the quality of legal services performed is greater than the quality of legal services performed by other lawyers.
David Blackman in 2 minutes.
Here at Adams Drugs, we let our customers do the talking. I'm here with Ronnie Taunton, who was a longtime customer of Adams Drugs, moved away for 3 years, and came back to town recently. Ronnie, what did you do for another pharmacy when you moved out of town?
When we moved to Fairhope, we were looking for a local. We did not want to go to a big box store. And we did find one, but the service was not up to par. Adams Drug really spoiled us.
What was it like to come back to Adams Drugs again?
It was very easy. We picked up the phone when we got back, came up to Prattville and called the branch there in Prattville, and they took that phone call and did the rest of it. We didn't have to do a thing. It was very simple. We're glad to be back with them. They're so efficient and customer service oriented.
Come in to any of our 12 Adams Drugs locations. Visit us at adamsdrugs.net to find the location nearest you. Adams Drugs is your independently owned Health Mart pharmacy. Health Mart, taking the time to listen and care.
Drivers who switch and save with Progressive could save hundreds. With that kind of money, you could go big time and skip the regular line at the airport and pay for speedy security. Imagine not having to quickly unpack and pack at the place you already came packed to. And wearing your shoes the whole time you're there? You can't put a price on that kind of luxury. Well, actually you can, and you paid for it. Switch to Progressive and you could save big time for speedy security. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in all states. Potential savings will vary.
Lowe's knows hot deals help you get the most out of summer. Get up to 30% off select major appliances and get it delivered as soon as next day. Plus, get up to 30% off select patio furniture, grills, outdoor power equipment, and more. These end-of-season savings won't last long. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid through 7/30. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. Valid on eligible in-stock orders in select locations. Price, delivery time, and vehicle availability may vary based on order size and location. Exclusions apply. See Lowe's.com/delivery for more details.
When news happens, you'll hear about it first. The River Region's most trusted voice. News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
As the 21st century began, natural selection, the process by which the strongest, the smartest, the fastest reproduced in greater numbers than the rest, a process which had once favored the noblest traits of man, now began to favor different traits. A dumbing down. How did this happen? Evolution does not necessarily reward intelligence. With no natural predators to thin the herd, it began to simply reward those who reproduced the most and left the intelligent to become an endangered species.
David Blackman and Greg Budell present Tales of the Idiocracy.
Welcome to Costco. I love you.
And we love David Blackman. Whether we have a
Howdy,
Costco.
y'all.
Hey,
from
look where you are.
Well, whoa, I just looked. I don't see you in Texas.
Well, that's the Texas Capitol back behind me there. This is a virtual background, though.
That's cool. I want one of those.
I'm not in my normal spot today. So.
And what do we have for a virtual background?
Virtually nothing.
Virtually nothing.
StreamYard is just full of tricks. You can do pretty much any photo and make it your background.
What?
Yeah.
I'm going to have to figure this
All
out.
you got to do is go to settings, click on virtual background, and pick a photo out of your photo album and go.
What?
Yeah.
All right. Tune in tomorrow for some ridiculousness.
Yeah, no,
We're about to have fun with this.
You're very creative. I trust you'll come up with something really awesome. At 19 minutes after 3 o'clock on News Talk 93.1 FM, I had to play that old Hillary clip because I'd forgotten about it. That goes back, way back.
I couldn't hear it. Which one was it?
Oh, they're being interviewed.
Oh, no. Did it have to be shared?
I don't know. Don't ask me. I don't know.
Look at his face. No, I was looking at him and he's like,
Hang on.
Oh, yeah.
Let me,
it does have to be shared.
It's only a few seconds, so it's no big deal. And it's absolutely something that's worth hearing a second time.
Please.
My cursor is sweaty. Hold on.
12-year affair with you. That allegation is false.
You know, I'm not sitting here as some little woman standing by my man like Tammy Wynette. I'm sitting here because I love him.
And for added drama, a light fell off the wall and nearly hit them.
You know, an average person.
Oh my gosh, I love it.
And really, on a day this hot, I could play this the rest of the afternoon and just keep having.
God was trying to send America a message that day.
Mm-hmm.
At some point this afternoon, you know, I want to know that the walls are closing in on the treasonous, which would include her. Obama may have immunity, as Trump indicated, but I don't see where she has any. And since she was the one if I sound like Sean Hannity, what I said, it was bought and paid for.
TikTok.
I make a bet with myself if I tune into him, like if we're in a break here, I'll tune over and I make a bet with myself that the first 4 words are bought and paid for.
It's either that or the wonderful rank and file at the FBI.
Them. Yes. Yeah. They're, we don't want to diss them. Anyway, but we'll get to that topic a little bit later. I was kind of surprised that I took a look at the market when I first came in, and I was surprised to see the Dow down a little bit. I thought the trade deal with the United Kingdom would have the market a little more excited.
Me too.
But it was basically flat, which is better than a loss. But tell us all the ways this is a huge win for us, and why did it take us all these years to achieve something fair with the union?
Well, the second question first, it took us this long because we've never had a president who understood leverage and was willing to exercise it. Who wasn't, I mean, Trump might have done this in the first term, but he was preoccupied with this slow rolling coup d'etat effort.
Yeah.
Basically, messed up his whole first term. So, the deep state was very successful with that project as it turned out. But, this has always been possible. These kinds of trade deals have always been possible. It just takes a president who understands the possibilities and is willing to exercise the amazing leverage that the United States economy gives to any president. The size of our consumer market is, so far and away the biggest on earth that every country who wants to have economic success exporting any goods that are made or grown in their country has to have access to our markets. And so the EU countries are certainly no exception to that. And, we've had presidents since George H.W. Bush really is where it all started, who wanted to go over backward to protect the New World Order, as George H.W. Bush called it, Poppy Bush. And, was willing to give away billions and billions of dollars every year in American treasure to prop up all these other economies around the world. And, Axios ran a story today that says, basically implied Trump's being a bully here, that America gets everything in these trade deals and our trading partners get nothing. Our trading partners have taken us to the cleaners since 1947, the post-World War II liberal world order that was established then, essentially made America the marketplace for the world and Uncle Sugar for the world. And so this is what Trump is ending. And it's been, how many years is that? That's 53, 78 years is long enough. Yeah, I mean, really, when they implemented the Marshall Plan, which was the basis of all this, the expectation was it would be for 20 to 25 years, and then we would, reorder the trade equations and equalize things. But as it's turned out, president after president has simply extended what they've inherited without the willingness to take the political risk. These are political risks that the president is taking, that, it may not be popular with the American people. Well, it is popular. And that's because the tariffs haven't backfired the way every liberal economist in this country, predicted that they would, including that idiot on CNBC that's wrong about everything. What's his name? Jim Cramer.
Cramer, yeah.
I guarantee we're going to be in a recession by September. Well, where are we? Are we in a recession? No. We have the fastest growing economy on the face of the earth. And, these people are always wrong about literally everything. And unfortunately, the news media doesn't seem to have the wherewithal to figure all that out.
They don't seem to be willing to change for anything. I mean,
no.
How bad does it have to get?
You got me. I guess we did have a positive development today that the Washington Post fired Glenn Kessler. They allowed him to resign.
Please,
basically, go ahead.
No, I was going to say, please expand on the Kessler story. Give us a little bit of his background history and why this is significant.
Well, he's been the quote fact checker at the Washington Post for 15 years. He got into that job in 2010, and since 2015, his entire job that he is focused on is simply to be misinterpreting, misrepresenting whatever President Trump said on a daily basis. His whole job has just been consumed with Trump. And, Trump has a unique way of talking. And if you don't understand the way he talks or don't, I think the echoes with me. I'll fix it at the break. I think I have the setting wrong.
They're hearing it over the stream.
Yeah, I'm sorry. about that, everyone. I think we should go to a break here in a minute. But anyway, Kessler is just a liar. He's a paid propagandist. They finally decided to get rid of him because Jeff Bezos is trying to make the Washington Post's ideological slant a little more palatable in today's Washington, D.C., and not incur the wrath of the president of the United States and his people every day. And so Kessler was a big part of the problem, and they dumped him, and there are no plans to replace him. So apparently they're going to eliminate that position entirely.
I'm so glad to hear this. I mean,
yeah.
The Washington Post, who is it that said they were going to, in the revamp, we'll probably touch more on this later because CBS into itself is a separate topic. But they're going to have I can never say this word, ombudsman.
Ombudsman, yes.
Ombudsman. Yes. Sounds like a Marvel comic hero. That movie's got to be made. Ombudsman. Who basically like oversees fairness or...
Yeah. The New York Times and Washington Post both have experimented with that kind of a function over the years. In fact, before Kessler became the fact checker, the Washington Post had an ombudsman's job. And I can't remember the guy's name, but he retired. And anyway.
Speaking of truth, when was the last time anybody looked up anything on Snopes?
I don't know if existed.
I don't think it exists anymore, does it? Or maybe it does. I don't know.
If they did, they put themselves out of business because they were clearly their whole work model was to turn the lies of the Obama administration into truth.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they still exist.
Do they? Okay.
I wouldn't ask them for the time of day without fact checking them.
No, that whole function was three far left activists. I think two of them came out of the Obama administration. And they're just, I mean, it's a joke. The whole thing was just a joke, but the media bought into it because everybody in the media favors what Snopes was doing. So, it just became this self-feeding thing. Well, hey, I think that echo's gone away. You must have done something over there at your end.
Me? I did something right?
Somebody must have. I didn't do anything.
I didn't do anything either.
I didn't do nothing.
We had that issue a few shows ago, and I realized that I had a setting wrong. Anyway, I'm sorry. I'm interrupting.
No, we're good. This is a very casual radio program here. Hey, I have some inside information on what may happen at CNBC.
Uh-oh. CNBC or MSNBC?
CNBC.
CNBC. Okay.
Yeah. Would you like to hear this?
Do tell.
It's all about the new owner, potential new owner.
It is I, Jeff Bezos. Right now I'm doing some online shopping. I've just added an item to my cart. It's a little cable news network called, CNBC. As you know, CNBC has a history of unbiased reporting and journalistic integrity. And once I'm in charge, you can kiss all that crap goodbye. Every lead story shall be about Amazon's unrivaled success. And the stock ticker at the bottom of the screen shall feature only Tesla stock. Oh, look, it's a red number again. Such a shame. And of course, I'm hiring a new financial reporter, the Emmy Award-winning Lauren Sanchez. What does she know about high finance, you ask? Are you kidding me? On June 27th, she added $241 billion to her net worth just by saying, I do. As they say in the TV biz, stay tuned.
How do you like that? Do I not have the resources for a great radio show here, or don't I?
Oh God, I love
those
that.
Those are so ridiculous.
Hey, I hear that, was it Obama or somebody says that Tulsi Gabbard, a longtime Democrat, I don't know that she's changed parties, is lying about all this stuff that she's putting out there. It's all a lie.
Actually, I think that was you're talking about the interview that Susan Miller, a former lieutenant of John Brennan's at the CIA, she gave an interview to NBC, And yeah, she accused, so what is she? Who is Susan Miller? She's a person who was a CIA officer for a couple of decades. She's a professional liar. She's made a living as a liar. That's what CIA officers do. They lie about basically everything. It's their job, or at least they believe it's their job. And so, I mean, if I'm Tulsi Gabbard, I'm thrilled to death. Anytime you want to put anybody who has time spent at one of those agencies next, in their resume, and to slam her saying me as a liar, boy, I'm more than happy to have that. That's just perfect, because who's going to believe them? You've got to be an idiot to believe anything anyone who ever worked for John Brennan says about anything. John Brennan is a proven perjurer in sworn testimony multiple times before Congress. So is James Clapper. So is James Comey. These are all inveterate liars. And so the fact that they, I guess they all at one point have had paid contributor agreements with either CNN or MSNBC tells you what CNN and MSNBC are interested in too. So I'd be thrilled if I was Tulsi Gabbard today.
Your blog this morning on Tulsi being over the target, could you give us kind of like a synopsis of that for those who aren't subscribing for whatever reason?
No.
No.
Yes. No. Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, I mean, I think she's obviously right over the target. It's why you're starting to see these cockroaches come out of the woodwork. Peter Strzok.
Oh, God.
Who's up to his ears in this thing.
Yeah.
Eliminated his X account today. He deleted every one of his X posts.
Why would he do that?
Yeah.
Why would Peter
Why would he do
Strzok?
that? Well, because I mean, he's lawyered up. He knows one of those criminal referrals that Tulsi Gabbard sent over to DOJ last week has his name on it, and he's lawyered up. And his lawyers have told him to erase his social media posts. And
that's okay.
Really,
the internet is forever.
The internet is forever. Yeah, I mean, how many? I bet 10,000 Trump supporters have archived all of Peter Strzok's X posts.
Oh yeah.
And have them on their own computers just waiting for that day, right? I mean, so it's just hilarious to watch. But I mean, you see these cockroaches like Susan Miller, like Peter Strzok, like John Brennan, who did an interview with Nicole Wallace, the Deep State's anchor at MSNBC last week, proclaiming his innocence with all the body language and hand gestures and facial tics of a professional liar while he was doing it. That just tells you that they're very, very worried. Just the plain fact that Barack Obama, who never responds to anything Trump does, has made it a practice simply to stay out of the fray, decided to respond to this through a spokesperson, and has been pretty noticeably absent from the public eye. Other than that, tells you how worried he is. Hillary Clinton, how many times has Hillary Clinton gone completely silent for 2 weeks since 2016? I can't think of any time.
We just got this from not Chappaquiddick. That's a different Kennedy scandal. Chappaqua. Yeah, nothing. And again, Obama, he's the spokesman made it sound like he was going ballistic about this terrible lie and there's nothing here and all that. I don't think Obama has a shred of his gravitas left when it comes to anything he says. I think above and beyond Republicans, conservatives, whatever, I think above and beyond that, he is now seeing his credibility literally disintegrate with that big block of people that used to hold him, put him on the pedestal. I don't think he's got a shred of that left anymore. I really believe that his...
No, and I think he proved it during the campaign, right? When he came out in October and did a few appearances on behalf of Kamala and just created this huge negative public reaction from the things he said, insulting all black men as being sexist and bigots. And
Oh, yeah.
telling them they need to get with the program and trying to order an entire segment of our population around like he was their boss or something.
Yeah. Black men said,
yeah.
Who are you talking to?
Yeah, who are you talking
Mr.
to?
Three Houses and, and about that drowned chef and a few other mysterious disappearances. I mean, he's in second place to Hillary on the death list, but come on. It's ridiculous. Oh, and I just had something else I wanted to bring up too that's connected to all this. My mind is racing and it's losing. That's the worst part.
The other thing about Obama is as soon as he left office, he never had any real gravitas afterwards. I mean, think of how bad his record has been in endorsing other candidates for political office. I mean, he has maybe a 200 batting average where Trump has over a 900 batting average.
Yeah.
His endorsees winning the races. It's like Clinton. Clinton was the same way. Bill Clinton, same exact thing. I mean, he had such a horrible record of the people he endorses losing that along about 2006, people just started asking him to stay away because he was like poison to anybody else's political campaign. And Obama has that same kind of specter about him. Former Republican presidents pretty much have avoided doing that. I mean, George W. Bush, I can't think of anyone he's endorsed other than McCain.
Even in California, though, one of my favorite stories of the weekend, there was some event that was supposed to, I guess Kamala was the guest speaker and some tranny with a panda head is going, but nobody was there. They have to be crapping their pants. 63% of Democrats have an unfavorable view or the overall, whatever it is. How is it that 33% still think they've got something going on? What are they hanging on to? What's their life preserver? They've done nothing. Nothing.
I have to bring up something that's not on the list.
That's fine.
Since we're talking about California, have you seen, this might be off your radar, have you seen who is almost single-handedly taking down Gavin Newsom in the wildfires in California? Have you seen this, David? It's a reality star.
Adam McCrolla, you talking about? No.
Spencer Pratt.
Is that the guy that's going to the
really?
lots and talking
Yes.
about, okay, I know, I've seen his clip. The name didn't pop to mind, but yes.
He is going viral on TikTok, which he has been since the wildfires, because he has been calling their BS since the jump. But his parents lost everything, and he and his family lost everything, and he's taking it very personal. So he has found tons of documents about leading up to the fires and the negligence and stuff with Karen Bass and Gavin Newsom, and how they raised money and Gavin Newsom was funneling it back to himself.
The fire aid money?
Yes.
100, even Trump is on that now too.
Yeah.
And he wants everybody held accountable for that.
Mhm.
All these NGOs that do nothing except pay themselves glorious salaries
Yep.
to exist. Wow, it's 3:40 already. We must take a break.
We must.
Okay.
And I'll do everything I can to fix my ADHD this afternoon during the break. That may require some tobacco. We'll find
I was going
out
to say
in just a
the
moment.
nicotine.
And we also have a crime problem that's reoccurred within the Idiocracy. You'll hear about that when we rejoin David after Rich's weather just ahead. Voted year after year, best flooring in the River region. It's Georgia Floors Direct on the boulevard across from Lowe's, flooring destination since 1969. This is not a rigged election. These are consumers who vote with their pocketbooks saying, how could I not? They have the best selection. It's all wholesale priced. They have their own team of installers, and the people that work there are phenomenal, starting with Jeff Mallinson, Lord of the Laminates, right through Don Davenport and the Merry Band of Flouriers with Dustin, Jonathan, Q, Steve, Andy, Matt. They're fantastic. It could be a theme park if it wasn't a place where you can get the best and greatest selection of all types and styles of flooring, not to mention marble kitchen countertops and window blinds. Everything at a wholesale price, all of it installed by their own people. They save you time, they save you money, and they're on the boulevard across from Lowe's. Look for Georgia Floors Direct on Facebook. traffic, and then Blue Water News next. Back with David in a few.
Well, we've had some rain in the capital city in the last little bit, and we have an accident, I-85 northbound. This is going to be right near Forest Avenue. We've got several vehicles against the center divider. The leftmost lane is blocked. You'll need to get over into the right 3 lanes to get by the accident. That is causing a big backup on 85 northbound right out of the interchange right now. We also had a minor accident earlier, Northern Boulevard at Emery-Falmer Boulevard. Traffic flow is light to moderate all over the Montgomery area. Haynes Ambulance, there for you both on the ground and in the air. From a simple patient transport to life or death situations, Haynes is ready at a moment's notice. I'm Wendell J. Montgomery Skywatch Traffic.
News is brought to you by Budget Floors and More, your new best friend.
From the Blue Water Broadcasting News Center, these are today's top stories. A Montgomery man has been arrested following a weekend shootout. Police responded to the 6800 block of Atlanta Highway near Taylor Road to an active gunfight involving multiple people on Friday night. Officers located and arrested one of the suspects Saturday and charged 19-year-old King Walker with attempted murder. More arrests are expected in the case. 2 people from Montgomery have been arrested in connection to a burglary and theft in Millbrook. 50-year-old Christopher Franklin and 47-year-old Anita Brockman are accused of stealing assorted lawn equipment at a home in the 100 block of Cedar Court on May 23rd. Millbrook detectives were able to recover and return the stolen property. A Montgomery-based civil rights-era newspaper has been honored with a historical marker. The Southern Courier's biracial newspaper staff sought to cover stories other news organizations avoided. The new historical marker is located at the intersection of Commerce and Bibb Streets, where the Southern Courier newspaper offices were once located. From the Blue Water Broadcasting News Center, I'm Sky Mosley.
Budget Floors and More has the best prices. Carpet as low as 69 cents per square foot. LVP starting at $1.29 a square foot. Sheet vinyl as low as 65 cents per square foot. And the lowest prices on flooring installation supplies. Budget Floors and More across from Delray to Publix.
I'm Stephanie Bryan, chairwoman of the Porch Creek Indians. Tourism and hospitality are more than industries to the Porch Creek Indians. Providing a warm welcome is part of our heritage. It's central to who we are. From Atmore to Aruba, we've created more than 20 unique travel and tourism destinations, providing unforgettable guest experiences and life-changing career opportunities for our tribe and our neighbors in Alabama and beyond. Learn more at porchcreekindians.org.
Drivers who switch and save with Progressive could save hundreds. With that kind of money, you could go big time and skip the regular line at the airport and pay for speedy security. Imagine not having to quickly unpack and pack at the place you already came back to. And wearing your shoes the whole time you're there? You can't put a price on that kind of luxury. Well, actually you can, and you paid for it. Switch to Progressive and you could save big time for speedy security. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in all states. Potential savings will vary.
Lowe's knows hot deals help you get the most out of summer. Get up to 30% off select major appliances and get it delivered as soon as next day. Plus, get up to 30% off select patio furniture, grills, outdoor power equipment, and more. These end-of-season savings won't last long. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid through 7/30. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. Valid on eligible in-stock orders in select locations. Price, delivery time, and vehicle availability may vary based on order size and location. Exclusions apply. See Lowe's.com/delivery for more details.
Hi there. I'm Madeline Cannon with Alabama Home Mortgage. Getting pre-approved is the first step towards home ownership. People are often scared or nervous about taking that first step, but I'll tell you, it's nothing to be scared of. At Alabama Home Mortgage, we will take the first step and every step along the way with you. Call us at 567-4223. We will gather the information needed to tell you exactly what you qualify for. After a call to Alabama Home Mortgage, you will know what price point to shop for, what down payment is required, if any, and what your monthly mortgage payment will look like. We take all the guessing out of it. Then, when you find the house you want to make your home, you are ready to make an offer. Along with your offer, you will submit your Alabama Home Mortgage pre-approval letter. This shows sellers that you've already taken the steps necessary to ensure that you qualify to purchase their home. Wait no longer. It's time to take that first step together. Call me at 567-4223 or start the process online at myalabamahomemortgage.com.
That's Alabama Home Mortgage because, folks, there is a difference in mortgage companies. NMLS 1586-36-8, Equal Housing Lender.
Rich Thomas Weather, a service of Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, where over-the-road dump truck drivers are needed right now.
Home twice a week and every weekend. Must leave early on Sunday with Blue Cross Blue Shield. Call them now at 855-777-9785.
Rich Thomas Weather.
I'd like to say that there are more reasonable temperatures on the way, but not right away. I think we'll be in the heat advisory category at least through Tuesday. Even the nights don't cool off much with lots of humidity and the overnight low 78. Tomorrow on Tuesday, I've got us up to about 98 to 100 for the actual high temperature, and the heat index in the crazy 105 to 110 danger range. Now, I think spotty, scattered, random storms will start to pop up on Tuesday and Wednesday afternoon and evening, and that may help a few lucky towns. From the Blue Water Weather Center, this is Rich Thomas.
We're redesigning financial freedom at CB&S Bank. Make purchases at participating stores and restaurants using your CB&S Bank debit card through your mobile devices with Mobile Wallet. Charges and fees may apply from your cellular service provider. Contact your service provider for more information. Member FDIC.
The premier place the River Region turns to for news, weather, traffic, and opinion. News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
From the Idiocracy News Desk.
Shortwave, take it down, quick.
Look it.
What's it say? Shut up.
A serial butt sniffer previously arrested and released is at it again.
What would we do without such breaking news? No can hear.
No, you didn't share it. You didn't share the right one.
That didn't need to play on the screen. That was just for audio. So David didn't hear it?
It won't play on the stream at all unless you share it. They can't even hear the audio.
My gun is just a short hop away in the car.
Mine's right here.
I'm going to blame the heat. Today's like one of the worst days. I rode my bike 30 miles this weekend. I must be out of my mind.
Yes.
Holy.
That is a little insane. Okay.
Do you like my background?
Yeah, look at that. See? Anything you want.
It's Transylvania.
Well, I need some help. Maybe we can get some people on the comment section to suggest what I should have for a background. First up, bowling alley.
Oh, there you go. I did find a bowling alley, so we can change it to that. But if anybody has a better idea, let's do it.
Oh, yeah.
We have some good landmarks. Put Greg somewhere else in the world.
Yeah.
Baumhauers. Get a picture of Baumhauers.
There you go.
See?
Put me in front of Obama's house on Martha's Vineyard. I've always
in
wanted
the water. Put on a bathing suit.
I've always wanted to visit the vineyard.
One of our commenters says the butt sniffer running wild was released in Dallas. I have no idea. I'm not familiar with the butt sniffers.
Well, just stay out of Nordstrom Rack. That appears to be the butt sniffer's favorite place to visit.
Man, I used to shop there all the time.
I have in California.
What?
There used to be some great stores in California until organized mobs would just all break into a place at the same time, clear out everything they could carry out. Nobody stopped them. And that was that. What?
That caller said that you should put the Montgomery Whitewater as your background. And I said, oh, he'll be the only one there.
That's true. That's our water park. And by the way, we're going to rent. We don't have enough cops. We have the Ho Chi Minh Trail on half the streets in this town, but we're spending $63,000 to went to Ferris wheel for 2 days.
I thought you said they were building a Ferris wheel. They're just renting one?
They're renting it to see if they should build one, if there's public interest in it.
This is how we're going to fix Montgomery. We've got such
So it's so classic. I mean, only a Democrat city government would do something like that.
Hey, it wasn't huge, and the media will completely ignore it. But AOC got a little slap in the keister for her Tax the Rich dress that she wore months ago to the Met Gala. And apparently it was Congress that ordered her to pay $3,000.
Ethics committee, $3,000,
I'm surprised. We haven't seen nonstop coverage of that in the media, though.
Oh, yeah.
Imagine that.
She's another one, though, that's been a little bit too quiet lately. You know, not much to say about nothing because she's going to be wrong about everything. But she does love the solar power. And the president, I guess, said some things in Europe about
off. Yeah.
Tell us about that. You are the energy expert, by the way.
Yeah, he's a man after my own heart. I mean, I have written nasty things about the wind industry for, really 20 years at least, maybe 25 now. And because it's all a scam. It's the biggest scam on earth. Warren Buffett famously said about 10 years ago at one of their annual meetings at Berkshire Hathaway that he was asked by someone in the audience why he wasn't investing in wind farms like a lot of the other billionaires were doing. And he said, well, because the only reason to ever build a wind farm is to take advantage of the subsidies. And eventually the subsidies are going to go away. And then you're stuck with a business model that is not sustainable. And that's the truth about every wind farm development in America today. And now that the subsidies are going to go away and the access to the enhanced investment tax credit is going to go away over the next few years, you're going to see a massive capital flight out of that industry, and it's going to shut down. And unfortunately, we have 76,000 now giant wind towers with those turbines on top of them with the 300-foot long propellers. And we don't have any regulations in a single state that requires those to be properly dismantled and disposed of. So most of those 76,000 towers, as they end their useful lives and their developers go declare bankruptcy because they don't want to have to spend any money at all at the end of the life of those projects, are going to stand there on our view sheds all over the country and dilapidate for years and decades until they finally fall down. And there's nothing the landowners can do about it. There's nothing any state apparently is going to do about it. And it's going to be a major scandal for that industry in the decades to come. But the current developers really don't care because by then they will have cut and run and gone on to other endeavors.
I think I spoke too soon on AOC. I just saw an article here that says President Ocasio-Cortez isn't as far out of reach as it was. An overwhelmingly majority of House Dems and Republicans to support funding for.
Yeah, I mean, I continue to tell y'all that she's going to be a major candidate for the Democrat nomination in 28.
I don't know that
that's been written in stone since she first showed up on the scene.
I may have to retire. I don't know. It was bad enough sitting through 8 years. Whoa!
Just if she runs, or she's not going to win.
No. But just having to listen to that shrill, whiny 15-year-old voice. Oh, God. And her own district's a hellhole. Why are they? Okay, let's talk to Steve. 272-9228. Steve, you're on with David Blackman himself.
Yes, I had a couple of questions that are tied in with.
Steve, are you on a speaker? Because we're getting an echoey.
I didn't think I was. I'm on my car thing.
All right, that's better. It's better. Okay, go ahead.
I turned it down. The questions are about the potential rebate that Trump's going to give us, like how much per person and what the threshold is going to be. And then I had a comment about the butt sniffer.
That's based on the tariff, the money that the tariffs are generating, which is pretty substantial from what I hear. And Trump says, well, we're focused on paying down the national debt, but he did say some Americans may qualify for a check. Do you know anything more about that than what he has said?
No, I am highly skeptical of that. We have $37 trillion national debt. I'm
Around
not sure
there.
we ought to be planning rebates because we collected $50 billion in tariffs. I mean, it's a generous thought, but whatever. If he wants to give some away to really needy folks, then I guess I wouldn't have a big problem with it.
Problem is, the government And the organizations, the NGOs, that are supposed to give money to people who need it, like the fire victims in LA, there's a perfect example. I think that the importance of this getting out there, that $100 million was raised, the artists who participated in that thing should be outraged and making public statements and shaming these organizations because nobody's getting anything. And Karen Bass has made sure nobody can rebuild. They've got one house under construction, and it's been a long time, certainly more than enough time for that to be far greater. Who, God only knows what they have in mind for that part of
And
LA.
if you remember when those fires were actually, before they'd been put out, we were on this show talking about that.
Yeah.
And how the Karen Bass and Gavin Newsom were never going to allow those people to rebuild, and they're going to end up seizing their property. In fact, the state legislature in California, the state assembly, passed a bill before they adjourned a couple of weeks ago that gives Newsom the power to seize the property whenever the owners go into arrears on their payments that are due, and if they go delinquent on any of their tax payments. And so that's the whole plan. The state is going to seize every bit of that property that they can gobble up, and nobody's going to be able to rebuild. The Coastal Commission is not going to issue any permits for those people to rebuild those homes. It's not going to happen. And these are committed Marxists. The whole government out there in California is a Marxist model, and their whole goal with that property is going to be to seize it and build low income housing on it for some extent, and then also to build some facilities related to the 2028 Olympics, which the city has barely begun to prepare for. I'm not sure how they're going to get ready for the Olympics.
I was wondering about that, because if they, that's a massive undertaking for a state that's how many billions of dollars in debt? Where are they going to get the money to do that?
I just don't know. I mean, I remember when Salt Lake City was hosting it, I was going out to Utah quite a bit because I was working for a company that had a lot of production in that state. And I would go into Salt Lake City 10 years before those Olympics were held. And that was in 2008, maybe?
Is that the one that Mitt Romney saved?
Yes. Yes. And they started 10 years in advance preparing for that, fixing the roads, expanding the roads, building all these new facilities that you have to host all those events.
Mm-hmm.
And it just, LA is not, they have hardly done anything, and they have 3 years left. I don't know how they're going to be ready.
They cleared a bunch of land.
Yes, they have cleared some land, but boy, they got a lot more to do. And think of it, you're going to have an extra 1 million people in that basin for a month. And where are you going to put them all? It's just, this isn't a simple thing. And I honestly believe, sitting here today, I really do believe those Olympics will not be held in Los Angeles. I think they'll have to be canceled because the government is so dysfunctional there.
And Marxist. Steve, thanks so much for the call. We appreciate it. Wow, it's 4:00 already. Holy cow. Break time. Friends, David's going to give you his blog address so you can find him at Substack and subscribe and be a much better informed listener. Go ahead, David.
davidblackman.substack.com for politics, and I write about energy at blackman.substack.com. Write about both every day and have a lot of fun with it.
Okay, and if you want to grab a line to talk to David, 272-9228. We have some openings right now. We'll be back with David in just a few minutes after SRN News, some traffic and Rich's forecast here at the top of the hour. I made mention at the beginning of the show that I rode my bike 30 miles this week. Yes, in this heat. And I know I keep being told it's insane, but the energy to do it was still there. And I owe this to Montgomery Men's Health. Montgomery Men's Health takes a head-to-toe approach with men's health. And, of course, they do treat sexual health issues with, in many cases, treatments that are not widely known or even advertised, but are available at their facility with a great staff, top-notch urologist, it's an awesome place to work with. So if you have something along those lines you want to address, they can do it. But the testosterone test is critical to making sure that when you start the day, you feel like living all of it and then have a little extra in the tank. That is a game changer, especially since obesity or being overweight can contribute to ED and other issues, low libido. Getting rid of that weight is great if you have the energy to get some exercise in, and exercise and get results from that exercise. It's all part of one big machine, and they help you get you in tune from head to toe. Yes, they have sexual health solutions, but it's a completeness to their program that you'll really appreciate. For an appointment to take that $99 test, that's it, $99, that could absolutely alter your life 100% to the positive. Call 334-440-3663, 334-440-3663, or visit them online at montgomerymenshealth.com. That's montgomerymenshealth.com, 402.
We had an accident earlier, Northern Boulevard at Emery Falmer Boulevard. We're hoping that one is clear. Have some rain in the area. Streets are a bit slick downtown. And we have an accident on I-85 northbound at Forest Avenue. Left lane was blocked earlier. They have moved everything off to the right side of the roadway now. So please use caution as you head through there. Watch out for folks walking around on the right side of the roadway. Traffic light to moderate all over the area, and it is building everywhere. Buckle up, drive carefully. We'll keep you updated. Haynes Ambulance, there for you both on the ground and in the air. From simple patient transport to life or death situations, Haynes is ready at a moment's notice. Wendell J. Montgomery Skywatch Traffic.
Welcome to Eclectic Coins, Montgomery's largest coin dealer, specializing in buying and selling investment-grade gold and silver coins. And they have a large selection of rare coins and coins from around the world. Visit them at 543 Northeastern Boulevard or on the web at eclecticcoins.com. Eclectic Coins, where collectors who know go.
There's nothing that will heat up the summer more than a hot deal from Pizza Perfect. The perfect family fill-up in July is a free order of boneless wings with the purchase of any large pizza. Pizza Perfect is known for their all-you-can-eat buffet that includes pizza as well as spaghetti, breadsticks, salad, dessert, and drink for only $13. The buffet is available Monday through Saturday for lunch and for dinner on Tuesday, Friday, and Saturday. Get a free order of boneless wings with the purchase of any large pizza from Pizza Perfect in Eastbrook.
An official message from Medicare.
I turned 65 this year. I knew it was time to figure out Medicare, and I had questions like when to enroll and how to enroll. So I went straight to the official source, Medicare.gov, to get the facts about Medicare. I found answers to all my questions, and I'm ready to get started. And so can you. Just go to Medicare.gov to get the real facts about Medicare.
Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Don't you love the feeling of coming home to a clean house? Let Southern Bell's cleaning service get your home in order. Families in the River region trust Southern Bell's because they know Callan and Jesse will show up on time and believe in cleaning the old-fashioned way. They bring all their own supplies and specialize in full-service, residential, commercial, vacant properties, and construction cleanup. Estimates are always free. Call Southern Bells today at 546-0715 or follow them on Facebook at Southern Bells Cleaning River Region.
Are you tired of the mainstream media's biased reporting? Do you want to stay informed on the news that really matters to you? Look no further than 1819 News. At 1819 News, we bring you the latest in Alabama news, politics, sports, culture, and more. We've assembled a team of journalists with Alabama values dedicated to the truth and the truth alone. Visit us at 1819news.com today. That's 1819news.com. Subscribe to our newsletter. Honest News, Alabama Values.
Broadcasting from the Riverside Chevrolet Master Control Center, this is WACV Cusada, News Talk 93.1 FM. When it's Chevy, it's Riverside.
With SRN News, I'm John Scott. President Trump has expressed concern over the humanitarian crisis in Gaza, urging Israel to ensure food reaches the people there. Speaking in Scotland, the president emphasized the need for action as images of starving children have sparked international outcry. A suspect in custody in Nevada and 2 people are dead following a shooting outside the Grand Sierra Resort in Reno. Authorities say they plan to file terrorism and assault with intent to murder charges against the suspect in a weekend knife attack at a Walmart store in Michigan. 11 people were stabbed Saturday at the store in Traverse City, all expected to survive. The Dow was down 64 points today. The Nasdaq gained 70, and the S&P 500 was up 1 point. This is SRN News.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-6745. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-6745. That's 800-575-6745. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
The Rich Thomas Weather Network, brought to you by Montgomery Paint and Body. From little fender benders to total body repair, MPB will fix it good as new, maybe better. For 4 decades, the Turner family has been getting you back on the road. Call 279-7325.
Rich Thomas Weather.
I'd like to say that there are more reasonable temperatures on the way, but not right away. I think we'll be in the heat advisory category at least through Tuesday. Even the nights don't cool off much with lots of humidity and the overnight low 78. Tomorrow on Tuesday, I've got us up to about 98 to 100 for the actual high temperature, and the heat index in the crazy 105 to 110 danger range. Now, I think spotty, scattered, random storms will start to pop up on Tuesday and Wednesday afternoon and evening, and that may help a few lucky towns. From the Blue Water Weather Center, this is Rich Thomas.
You can make your ASE loan payment from your phone anytime, anywhere. It's quick and easy. YourASECreditUnion.com. Federally insured by NCUA. Equal Opportunity Lender.
ASE Credit Union. Your life, your goals, your ASE.
The views and opinions of the following program are solely those of the host and other contributors. These do not necessarily represent those of Liberty Acquisitions 825, Blue Water Broadcasting, its management, staff, or any advertisers.
We now visit the Idiocracy Sports Department.
1-2 pitch. High in the air, deep to right. That ball is foul. Or gone.
That ball was absolutely launched. Law Dog posing him up at the dish. He knew it off the bat. It was just a matter of how far.
Well, yeah, even how about that player for the A's, the first rookie in Major League history?
What's that guy's name?
Nick Kurtz.
Nick Kurtz.
It sounds like Nick Hurts, but it's Nick Kurtz.
What are you talking
19
about?
total bases in one game. 4
Tied.
homers.
Wow.
And he tied who? Which Dodger did he tie with that performance? Sean Green back in 2002. 4 homers.
Oh, Sean Green. Right. Yeah.
Yeah, he was a guy that had great, but never really quite. But he had that one game that was one of the best of all time by any player.
The only baseball thing I've seen over the weekend was somebody who got hit in the face with a foul off his bat right in front of him.
Ooh.
Did you see that?
No.
Oh, God.
No, I didn't want to.
It was brutal.
Meanwhile, Yankee fans trying not to overreact to Aaron Judge's injury
Uh-oh, what happened to him?
and not succeeding at it. Oh, he's got.
How long is he going to be out? A month?
Well, they got him on the 10-day thing.
Oh, okay, good.
But it could be worse than that. Just like
Yeah,
the
like
problems
the bowling alley, dude.
Yeah, look at that.
Oh, look at that. Yeah, that's my home away from home.
Surprise. You didn't even realize it was there. I did it while we were on break.
See if you can put a bordello or something exotic.
Oh.
No, I'm kidding.
We'll put the Moulin Rouge behind you. Oh.
Make me look like a spy or something sexy, like a CIA agent. Speaking of the CIA.
That would put you at Epstein's Island.
No. Actually, kind of looks like that's where David is, but he's blocking the Texas Capitol there.
It's Austin.
No, yeah.
Come on now.
Austin Island.
I love Austin. It is becoming
I used to.
a crazy place.
Yeah.
But when I visited it about 9 years ago, I loved it.
I guess there's a lot
you
of
may
places.
not love it as much when you go back.
Seriously. I mean, this is what happens when
All the
liberals get
comedians
control.
live there now, though.
Yeah.
They're all moving there.
Because of Joe Rogan, they want to
Yep.
be on Rogan's show, and play his club there on Fifth Street.
Yep, the mothership.
I've got questions about Joe Rogan, but we don't need to address that now. But we did talk about the CIA. Why is John Ratcliffe saying that we don't have to worry about the statute of limitations when it comes to the information Tulsi is producing?
Yeah, we talked about this some last week, the continuation of this conspiracy. It continued into Biden's term with the raid on Mar-a-Lago, and then you've had all these ongoing statements by the usual suspects like Hillary Clinton and Brennan and Clapper and all these paid contributors at CNN and MSNBC spreading the same lies for years on end. And every time they do that, if it can be demonstrated that these are false statements, then it tolls the statute of limitation. But the raid on Mar-a-Lago alone, if you can make the conspiracy case, it just extends all the way back to the beginnings of the conspiracy. And so it's just not a concern. There's not people who keep saying that, well, the statute of limitations has expired, so it's all water on the bridge. They don't know what they're talking about. They're just wrong. They're just simply wrong. There's 1,000 ways for the Justice Department, a clever federal prosecutor, to toll that statute of limitations and make the case for doing it. And it's going to hold up in court. So that's not a protection for any of these people. The immunity thing for Obama, even that is questionable, because what the immunity case ruled is that a president in the course of their jobs, their duties as president of the United States, is immune from prosecution. If they're carrying out their actual duties of their office, is organizing and executing a conspiracy to execute a coup d'etat on American soil, which is what this was.
Yes.
Is that carrying out the assigned duties of the president of the United States? I mean, I don't think it is. But that'll take a little more convincing, I think, of a judge and a jury. But even that is not necessarily just a de facto dismissal of any potential problems for Barack Obama. And so it just, mainly the people talking about statute of limitations are Democrats who just want this all to go away. So people will keep focusing on the Epstein thing.
It's not. And by the way, what's the latest on that? Ghislaine, I guess, has been offered limited immunity.
Apparently, yeah. I mean, and she apparently, they met for 2 days and with the Justice Department folks, and she apparently identified 100 different people who were involved with Epstein and his, what basically was a child trafficking exercise. If of girls 14 years and up. And so, that was essentially a child trafficking and prostitution ring he was running. And she apparently named at least 100 and probably more than that to Todd Blanche, who's the deputy attorney general who interviewed her. And so, yeah, they offered her some limited immunity. But where that all goes, who knows? I mean, she's got the same problem that all these deep state snakes have. Who's going to believe her?
Yeah.
I mean, regardless of what it is she's saying, who's going to believe her?
Mm-hmm.
So.
And interesting, too, and I think telling that Obama himself, his own self, has said nothing in public. He's having others do his PR.
He's smart enough to heed the advice of his lawyers, which all of them should be doing. And as far as I can tell, pretty much all of them are.
Mm-hmm.
And yet the media is still doing its due diligence, calling this retribution or political revenge, when in fact this is really all about justice and the absolute need for people to know the truth about what went down, right down to the complicit media. Or that's what sickens me, that they just went right along with this rush or I mean, to the point where we were just sick of it, and they've got to pay. They've got to pay.
Yeah, I mean, I think media figures like Natasha Bertrand, Nicholas Kristof at the Washington Post, Natasha Bertrand was at the New York Times then, who knowingly and intentionally trafficked with the Steele dossier, knowing it was false, with full knowledge that what they were writing was lies. There should be some liability there. There should be some potential punishment for that.
And not just giving away back a Pulitzer Prize they didn't deserve for just writing propaganda.
Prize, my God.
I know.
It's like the Nobel Prize that they gave to Obama 2 months into his presidency, right?
Yeah, because look at all the peace we've had ever since he was president.
Yeah.
SOB. So Ratcliffe says, no worries about the statute of limitations. We mentioned earlier the poll that says the Democrats have a 23% favorability rating.
One was at 19. That was Quinnipiac, CNN. Emerson was at 23, CNN at 28, Wall Street Journal at 33. And they all asked the question a little differently, and so you get differing results.
Does that tell us at some level that some of what's coming out now about what they did, does that indicate that they've turned off some of their base that may never come back? They may not become Donald Trump fans, but
yeah, I mean, I think there's no doubt about that. Yeah, I think there's no doubt about that. And they were already losing their base among Black voters, Hispanic voters, and certain segments of women voters. And they've already lost well over 1 million illegal aliens that they were trying to get,
right.
At least 2 to 3 million illegal aliens voted for Kamala Harris last year. We know that. And so many of them have already left the country, and many more will leave the country by 2028. So with every deportation, the Democrats' voter base erodes. I mean, they're not legitimate voters, but that doesn't seem to matter to Democrats these days.
A short commentary from an African-American woman who's going to explain why she is no longer with the Democrats. But we also have a call from Papa B at 419. Our number is 272-9228. As we continue our relentless experts to explore and explain the great American idiocracy. Papa B, you're on the air.
Hey, guys.
Hey.
Hi.
So, David, you saw the Nunez interview. I believe it was it Marie Bartiromo?
Yes.
That interviewed Nunez. And so, pretty interesting interview. He asked the question, why did they do the Mar-a-Lago raid? And it was apparently, this file that he had developed, and they wanted to get a hold of it.
Yeah.
But it was not just that, according to Nunez. There's more that they wanted to get a hold of. And I mean, I just got a theory. I mean, I don't think it's so wild, but I think that Trump took a bunch of those files so that the DOJ could not corrupt them. Okay.
Yes. Oh, no doubt about that.
They went in there to raid Mar-a-Lago. They took the files in order to corrupt them. And so I don't see how it's too much of a stretch to sit there and say all these Epstein files have been corrupted by the same people that were trying to pull this whole Russia hoax. I don't see how it's too much of a stretch at all. Why am I wrong about that?
No, I don't think you are wrong about that. I think you're absolutely right about that, which is why, Pam Bondi and Kash Patel really jumped the gun, when they came into office and just said, yeah, we're just going to throw this all out there. And, but they hadn't gone through and realized what had been done with the files over the past 4 years by the Biden people, which are the same deep state snakes that were, mounted the whole scam in the first place back in 2015 and 16. And So yeah, I don't think we'll ever see those files because they're useless. They're worthless. They've been corrupted by the same people who corrupted every institution of our government. So I don't know why this would surprise anybody.
So there was some word that there were a couple of judges in New York that were holding, Epstein files, quote unquote.
Mm-hmm.
And those are the ones I guess are, if they have not been corrupted, people would want to get a hold of, or Cash Patel and Bondi and such would want to get a hold of. But you'd have to
the
get
grand jury transcript.
Prosecutor did them. Yeah, I mean,
I'd be against having a special counsel appointed in this, because all a special counsel is there to do is to cover things up, as we've constantly seen for 50 years now. I would, if Pam Bondi appoints a special counsel to lead the review, the strike force she said she was creating last week, that is a good thing. I heard Mark Gruber, and I love Mark, on Friday, saying, well, that's just to cover up. No, that's the strike force is what you want inside of the Justice Department, because it specifically assigns a group of people to dedicate their time and focus on this single case. It's not the same as the 9/11 Commission or some blue ribbon panel, the Warren Report and all that crap. It's a different thing, and it's what you really want. But a special counsel would be something she would move. It'd be a move she made if she didn't, if she thought the strike force was going too far and she wanted everything covered up, then she'd appoint a special counsel. So if that should happen, then we know the fix is it.
I'll say one other thing. I think what we're going to find out is it's the same people over and over and over and over again. It's not like this vast network, even though they do operate in network. But the people that really are in on doing all of this, they're be the same group of folks. So anyway, I just want daylight. Let's break the daylight out and watch the roaches scatter.
Ratcliffe just announced that indictments could be coming. I don't want to hear could be. Tell me when you're ready.
I do believe, I continue to believe we will have indictments. I think there are going to be indictments in this.
The question, though, David, is where can they try these clowns? Because we know that DC
that's the beauty of the Mar-a-Lago raid. That's the inflection point that gets you the venue set in South Florida. The Southern District of Florida probably is where a grand jury is already looking at this stuff, I would guess. And you don't have to do it in Washington, D.C. You don't have to do it in Manhattan. You can do it in a place where you're going to get a jury that's not a bunch of brainwashed Obama people, which is, what we had on all the January 6th trials and the trial of General Flynn and, all these Soviet-style show trials of the past several years. And so you get to do it in Florida, and I can't imagine a judge denying that venue.
You never know with the judges. I mean, they've really shown their ass time after time after time through this whole thing. We're at 4:26, so we're going to take our final break before we do one more long segment. So, David, once again, please, your blog address for the listeners so they can find you.
Yes, davidblackman.substack for politics and blackman.substack for energy. Come see me.
All right. And among other topics we have left, some names you might remember: Stephen Colbert, Chris Matthews, and others. A little baseball talk. Thank you, David. We'll be back with you ASAP. In the meantime, Clark's Heating, Air Conditioning, and Plumbing, we had heat indexes in the danger range again today. Now, hopefully you have a relationship with an HVAC company that's guaranteed to be there when you need them. But with Clark's Heating, Air Conditioning, and Plumbing, for $180, you get 2 annual. Isn't it important enough to have that thing checked out twice a year? You do it with your car. Why not your comfort? For $180, they come out twice a year, give your system a complete inspection, make sure it's clean, running energy efficiently. And being a machine, though, they do break down in spite of the best efforts. But Clark's does everything to make sure that it's not going to do that. Or they may suggest a repair interimly that you get a discount on parts and labor. But they're never going to tell you you need to fix this when it doesn't really truly need to be fixed. They employ some of the most amazing plumbers on the planet, so you're covered with immediate service on two very important bases: heating, air conditioning, and your plumbing, with one phone call. 277-2125, that guarantees you priority service. 277-2125. Learn more at clarkcomfort.com. Alabama certification number 09098. Traffic in the 1819 News and Rich's forecast.
We have had some rain in the area this afternoon. We're urging everybody to slow down just a bit if you can and buckle up. We had an accident, I-85 northbound right at Forest Avenue. That has been moved off on the right side of the roadway now, so please use caution there. I-65 northbound just before Cobbs Ford Road, vehicle off on the right, blown tire. Watch out for folks walking around, but all lanes are open there. And Northern Boulevard at Emery Palmer Boulevard, about an hour ago, we had a minor accident. We're hoping that has cleared by now. They're still showing it active, but use caution if you're in that area and buckle up. Check out the all-new 2025 4Runners at McKinnon Toyota. It's worth the drive. McKinnon Toyota, exit 212 off I-65 in Clanton. Wendell Jake, Montgomery Skywatch Traffic.
News is brought to you by Jack Ingram Nissan. Shop now at jackingramnissan.com.
1819 News with Andrea Tice.
Good afternoon. I'm Carl Brady for Andrea Tice. As more details emerge out of Bibb County's bust of an underground child sex ring, Alabama Attorney General Steve Marshall suggested on Alabama's Morning News with JT recently that state lawmakers reconsider legislation that would put the death penalty on the table for sex crimes against children.
Florida has adopted a provision similar to what Alabama proposed. I think Tennessee and Idaho have done the same thing. And when we hear the facts involving this case, I think you'll see more of a debate about whether or not that will be proposed again in Alabama.
Marshall says the U.S. Supreme Court would have to overturn the 2008 ruling before such a law could be enforced. More news after this.
Did you know that 70% of people experience a potentially traumatic event in their lifetime, and that 6 out of every 100 adults face PTSD every day? Help us bring hope to these survivors by signing up for your Alabama Distinctive PTSD Awareness license plate today. The great thing is you can sign up no matter when your current plate renews, and the first year is complimentary. All you need is your VIN number on hand. Drive awareness, drive hope, and customize your plate today at atease.org. That's ATEASE.org.
The Mobile County Sheriff's Office is investigating the death of a woman killed Saturday in Irvington. Responding deputies found 70-year-old Diane Merrill Trest in her front yard with head trauma and a mallet nearby. The woman's granddaughter, 18-year-old Jalen Maya Lupton, was arrested and charged with murder and second-degree burglary. The body of a missing swimmer was pulled from the Tennessee River in Lauderdale County on Sunday. 43-year-old Joshua Lee Cheney of Russellville had last been seen swimming from a beach area before struggling and going under. He was located about 200 yards from where he was last seen. For 1819 News, I'm Carl Brady.
For more news affecting Alabamians, go to 1819news.com. And while you're there, subscribe to the daily newsletter.
In the market for a used car? Visit jackingram.com to view our selection of luxury, domestic, and imported vehicles. With 8 locations and online at jackingram.com, Jack Ingram Motors is sure to have the perfect car for you.
WAKA Action 8 News has brought you the River Region's first 9 p.m. news since 2007. Now you can watch Action 8 News at 9 on the Montgomery CW. Want to know where to find it? Go to Channel 22 with your antenna, DirecTV or Dish Network, Channel 14 on Charter Spectrum, Channel 7 on C Spire, and Channel 19 on WOW. Get your Weather Authority forecast, lace up sports coverage, and your local news. It makes a difference where you get your 9 p.m. news. Watch Action 8 News at 9 on the Montgomery CW.
Hi, this is Bo Goodson with the Goodson Group with your Real Estate Minute. So far this year, over 2,600 homes have sold and closed in the River region. 55% of these homes sold in 60 days or less, and sellers are receiving close to 98% of listed price. Over the last year, average prices in the River region have increased over 10% from last year. We do have more inventory now to show buyers before they purchase. There are homes in all price ranges available for buyers interested in moving moving. As a seller, it's a great time to sell through a realtor and gain access to many buyers, not just one or two. If you are a buyer, having more homes to pick from give you better choices before you buy. Our market is now more balanced between a buyer and seller market than we've seen since 2019. Get the facts, see the inventory, get a great local lender to help you, and an agent that's going to look after your interests. For all the facts, call Bo Goodson from the Goodson Group, 221-2883 or 551-0225.
Hey teachers, the Guardian Credit Union Foundation has an opportunity for you. Until July 31st, educators can apply for the Teach for Tomorrow grant, providing $1,000 to bring your classroom projects to life. From STEM supplies to music gear to school-wide projects, we're here to support your vision. For full details and eligibility requirements, visit myguardiancu.com. The Guardian Credit Union Foundation, supporting those who shape tomorrow.
Filing Form 2290 again? VINs, weights, EINs. What a nightmare.
Not with 2290.ai, the first AI-powered 2290 e-filing platform. Just snap or scan last year's Schedule 1 and hit submit, even if you're on the go.
Wait, with just a photo?
Yep. Our smart platform reads, validates, and files it in minutes. With real-time AI checks and instant Schedule 1 delivery, you can stay road ready and file fast.
Whoa, I just got my Schedule 1. Already?
That's right. Whether you're a solo hauler or running a fleet, smart truckers use smart tech. Just go to 2290.ai to snap or scan and submit anywhere, anytime.
Powered by ZenWork. Use code RADIO at checkout for 20% off your first filing. Only at 2290.ai. That's 2290.ai with code RADIO at checkout for 20% off. 2290.ai.
Rich Thomas Weather, a service of Riverside Chevrolet Wetumpka. If it's Chevy, it's Riverside. Best price, best selection. Check them out on the web at riversideusa.net.
Rich Thomas Weather.
I'd like to say that there are more reasonable temperatures on the way, but not right away. I think we'll be in the heat advisory category at least through Tuesday. Even the nights don't cool off much with lots of humidity and the overnight low 78. Tomorrow on Tuesday, I've got us up to about 98 to 100 for the actual high temperature, and the heat index in the crazy 105 to 110 danger range. Now, I think spotty, scattered, random storms will start to pop up on Tuesday and Wednesday afternoon and evening, and that may help a few lucky towns. From the Blue Water Weather Center, this is Rich Thomas.
Whether you're buying a home or auto or consolidating debt, CB&S Bank's personal loans get you where you need to go. Go to cbsbank.com to find a location near you or apply online today. All loans subject to credit approval, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
Trustworthy, accurate, immediate. Carrying your voice across the river region. News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
Leftists held a Voters of Tomorrow summit in an attempt to appeal to Gen Z. And who better to do that than the queen of the old guard, Nancy Pelosi. She tried to fire up the crowd with this rousing speech about the national anthem.
One of my favorite lines in it is truth through the proof with the P. Proof through the night. What's in there? You have all the rockets right there. Proof through the night. So I was there. And that's when I started cheering, because that's our responsibility, to prove through the night of this wretched administration.
I mean, what was her blood alcohol level? Let's not forget her
yeah, she needed to quit the day drinking about 50
I mean,
oh my gosh.
Why is she even doing this?
Because they are clueless. Clueless.
As long as we're talking the Russian collusion, heard anything about January 6th and getting to the bottom of that? Is that just too much going on at once?
Yeah, I think
that's got to be on their list of things to do.
Because she needs to pay for that. I mean, she was a big part of that. And I would just hate to see her waltz into... I'll play this one more time.
Oh, wait, share it.
Oh.
Share it.
Yeah.
I love him. Okay, maybe.
I know. We're all missing it. You got to share it.
It went over the air, didn't it?
Yeah, but we're all on YouTube.
Well, I wouldn't have played it except Facebook
I know
goes,
we want to hear it.
again. Really?
Well, yeah. I'm not just sitting here like stand by my man.
I have a far better clip of a black woman explaining why she's no longer a Democrat.
There you go. Let's do that.
I couldn't open the Idiocracy.
Share it.
I'm busy doing that right now.
Mm-hmm.
God, wow. Under a lot of pressure here today to get it right. This was the first time.
Welcome back, Pamela.
I voted for Democrats my whole life. They never did anything they promised. They would come to the black church and sing some Negro spirituals with us and then disappear, peer. Once they got our vote, they never did anything they promised. I vote for a Republican once in my life, and this dude done did everything he promised on steroids. He ain't even been in office 2 months, and everything I voted for, I'm getting.
Let's hope this is part of a contagion that finally, this whole African American allegiance to a party that's really done. I mean, we've lived some life. What's changed dramatically from Democratic leadership? Look at the cities.
Yeah, I mean, a lot has changed, but nothing's gotten better.
Right.
A lot has changed. I mean, it was, you go back to the Great Society programs of Lyndon Johnson, destroyed the black family with all the perverse incentives in the AFDC program and others. Mm-hmm. So you no longer really have, what do you have, 70-something% of African-American children born out of wedlock. A very high percentage don't know who their father is. The family unit, as they knew it before that, no longer exists. And it's not just among black Americans, it's among all low-income Americans who had to rely on those programs. And so you go back to Lyndon Johnson is really who started it all. And everything's gotten worse in those communities since then. And through that whole time, through all that time, African-American voters have remained completely loyal, 85, 90%, 95% in some elections, voting for Democrats, thinking this time it would be different, and it's never different. It just keeps getting worse.
By the way, a show that just began running on National Geographic, but you should be able to find it if you have one of the streaming services, perhaps Hulu, I'm not sure. We'll check later when we have Miss Murray on. They, perhaps the greatest example of incompetent leadership was Hurricane Katrina. It's the 20th anniversary, so they put together this special. And we all knew how bad it was. Bad enough with the storm, but that was compounded by 20 times with, of course, you're looking at Ray Nagin, the mayor at that time on TV in this thing. He looks like he's blasted. I mean, stoned on pot.
He was just completely lost. And what was the governor's name? I can't remember her name now.
Governor Mary Blankout.
Yeah.
Blanco.
Catherine Blanco. Yeah. Just
horrible.
Just
absolutely
horrible.
Clueless.
Yeah.
And Nagin, and I will say this to the day I die, he should have been charged as an accessory to manslaughter with 1,800 counts because it wasn't in this documentary. Same people, same channel that ran it. There's one called Inside Katrina, and it shows a conference call on Friday. The storm made landfall Sunday night. On Friday with George Bush telling them you need to do a 72-hour evacuation. And they didn't do it because they did not want to be seen as taking orders from a Republican president. That was the only reason. When does he put it out? The day it's coming. The roads were jammed and impassable.
Too late at that point. Yeah.
For one, that's what politics is. That's what it can bring. Death. It could have been. I mean, it was going to be bad, no matter what. But there was no need for it to be as tragic as it turned out being, and not even this documentary even makes that point to the extent it should be. It's worth a look, but at some point you're going to get sick when you realize just I mean, again, evil. They're not considering lives; they're considering political futures, and we don't want to be seen as taking leaders. I mean,
and it's built into the culture of the Democratic Party.
Yes.
Since its inception. People forget why it was created. The Democratic Party was created in 1826 with a goal of preserving the institution of slavery.
Yes.
It invented the Ku Klux Klan in the wake of the Civil War and maintained the Klan for well over a century. It invented the Jim Crow laws that Democrat politicians in our lifetime have milked for all they were worth. Those were all Democrat laws, passed by Democrat legislatures, signed by Democrat governors. The whole history of the party is continuous throughout. And still here we are today. And it's the folks in these big cities, they don't appear to be capable of making the connection between how they vote and what is happening to their cities and their communities.
Mm-mm.
It's a direct cause and effect relationship that I guess because of the horrible education system and all the media brainwashing that happens in this country, just they deny folks the ability to think logically and make those connections. And it's just awful. Just a horrible history.
I just posted a story. There was a big rally for Stephen Colbert.
Huge.
I mean, I don't know why they didn't call out the riot squads and extra police, maybe even the National Guard.
They should have had it at Madison Square Garden.
As 20 people showed up to save his show.
Yeah.
20
people. And they did have a bunch of cops out there, trying to do crowd control, waiting for this big crowd to show up. And 20 people showed up, and most of them left within a few minutes, realizing that the thing was such a bust. And so all the cops are standing around, nothing.
Given how he's handled it, and then, of course, he enlists the support of his buddies, the Grim Weeper, Jimmy Kimmel, and the very limp-wristed Jimmy Fallon, to condemn. Think about it. There's $16 million on the line. I'm sure there's a clause in there of on public behavior. How do you go on TV, tell your own network, your employer, how bad they are and to F off, and still they're gonna keep this thing, whatever you want. It's certainly not entertaining. Keep this propaganda machine on till May. I am telling you right now, I don't see that happening.
Mm.
I don't know when they're going to pull the plug.
I don't even understand why they would even put that plan in place, knowing who they're dealing with. It's just going to be this nonstop series of provocations coming from the guy.
Mm-hmm.
And it's going to just make everybody at CBS and Paramount look like ineffective dweebs, which they pretty much all are.
Yeah.
So I guess they don't have any personal pride, and so they're just going to let this continue. I don't think he's going to last. If they had any sense, they'd fire him today and just cut their losses.
David, you did a great job because this is all CBS we're talking about. Let's spend a minute on the news division, which has become a terrible joke, as you pointed out, Dan Rather. Promoting totally false documents on George Bush's military service. It goes back a long way, but do you really think that this new ownership and this, I guess they're revamping it from head to toe, CBS News in general?
Yeah, I mean, that's their commitment. And you mentioned ombudsman earlier. I mean, that's one of their commitments is to have an ombudsman who supposedly plays cop over the editorial comment in the news division. But, that's not going to work. None of that's going to have any real effect. This is a news operation that dominated. It was like the Ford F-150. For 30 years, dominated the ratings in the evening newscasts and the Sunday shows.
Yep.
And now they're dead last. They're stuck in dead last. They've been stuck in dead last since, I guess since Dan Rather invented fake news in the 2004 campaign. And, their reputation is in tatters. Nobody could name two of the hosts on 60 Minutes. Remember back in the day, 30, 40 years ago, we could name everybody who was one of the anchors on 60
Yes,
They were
exactly.
household names. You knew
Morley
who they
Safer,
were.
Mike Wallace, all of
Mike
them.
Wallace, yeah, the whole bunch. Harry Reasoner, Hell, I think Leslie Stahl was there back then. She's still there, half a century now. But now you just can't name any of them. I guess Anderson Cooper still does stuff sometimes. But remember the clip, the controversy with Kamala Harris and the editing.
Yes.
I had no idea who that guy interviewing her was.
Right.
None whatsoever. Because they're just non-entities there now. And what I don't really understand is why these networks continue to even have news divisions. They're not profitable. Nobody gives a damn about them. There's a lot of other options. If all the network newscasts went away tonight, there's 100 other options where you can get your TV news if you're just obsessed with getting news on television. There's all these other channels. It's like PBS. Why does PBS even exist anymore? There's 1,000 other options. So I just think Colbert will be gone soon. I think the news division I think it will be gone soon. And I don't understand why these new people don't just come in and cut their losses and say, we're not going to do it anymore.
I think I'm just going to throw a theory out here. This is not like a regular situation where, okay, you guys have had plenty of time to fix this, to get the numbers up. We got to let you go. This is, I think there's an inherent fear of the left, how they're going to react to this, and thinking down the road, okay, suppose a Democrat manages to win in 2028. What are they going to do to us if we do this now? I mean, they can't think of anything in terms without considering political consequences.
Yeah.
They could care less about viewers or ratings. It's really about their corporate survival, which is really not the right way to go about it.
But this new bunch coming in that's going to buy them out, buy Paramount and everything. They're not making money. They're not counting on money made from the news division to be profitable. It's all the entertainment stuff that they're purchasing, and not even from CBS. It's mainly the Paramount Plus assets that they're really interested in. And those are not shows that air on CBS. The CBS shows are kind of useless, and they're kind of minor consideration in all of this. And that's what's so ironic about it, is all the controversy swirls around the CBS news division.
Yeah.
It's just so unnecessary.
I got to check the temperature in hell. It may be below freezing because Kramer from CNBC, and I have to thank my friend Thino, the Greek god, who is a good friend and one of the most brilliant architectural engineers here in the state of Alabama. He said, you should know that Kramer actually has been saying nice things. He said he was wrong about Donald Trump.
Oh, man, I hate to hear that.
And he got so carried away, he dropped a couple of F-bombs. But once again, it's another guy that's been wrong so many times. Now he gets one right, and we're supposed to say, wow, he's good.
You don't want him on your side. I just wish he'd keep bashing him,
Yeah, that would at least be consistent.
Makes me nervous.
On the other hand, what's Chris Matthews talking about now? I mean, he was one of the worst, especially in the first years of the Trump administration. I've never liked the guy, but he was there right with the rest of the fakers, touting the Democratic company line. But has he admitted that Trump polls are fake?
Yeah.
That he's actually stronger than the Democrats?
Yeah. I mean, and he's like, it's like he's channeling me. I mean, these polls from some of these polling organizations are clearly dummied up. They're not real. They're not really there to gauge public opinion. They're there to create news stories, and their findings are fake. They're false. And we've got a group of reliable pollsters, all of whom have Trump in the low 50s, back in the low 50s again. He just keeps coming back to that level. And what Chris Matthews was saying is that some of these pollsters, their models and they're not valid any longer. They're using old sampling percentages. They're basing their stratification of their samples on a Democratic Party that no longer exists and is no longer popular. And so you end up getting these public approval numbers in the low 40s for Trump that are just completely wrong and out of step with where the voters really are. And he's right about that. Chris Matthews, hasn't been right too often. He's right more than Kramer, I guess, but not that much. And remember, of course, he got run off from MSNBC for having what was it called? A hostile work environment during the Me Too era.
Oh, yeah.
That's
One of
why
them.
he no longer has his show. But anyway, it was just interesting to me that you see somebody like that being interviewed by, what's his name? The guy that he used to have a late night interview program on PBS. Oh man, I can't remember his name, but another guy who got canceled during the Me Too era. Huh?
Was it Charlie Rose?
Charlie Rose, yes. Another guy that got canceled during the Me Too era is conducting the interview. So it's just fascinating.
Is the clip that we have in our content today, is that something we can play? This Chris Matthews thing?
Matthews clip? Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, good. We've got 30 seconds of this.
Share it.
Oh, stop, Greg. What are you doing? Okay, watch how fast I can make this happen. Everybody to stopwatch. You're going to hear thunder. I'm so quick at this.
3, 4, 5.
I mean, these polls that come out and show him not doing well, I don't buy that. I think his strength is still greater than the Democratic strength. He is a stronger public figure than the Democratic people. I mean, Obama still has tremendous charisma, but Trump has strength. And I think that's what all voters look for. But they want a president who is a strong figure. And he's got it. And he can, it's just there. And half the country buys it. That's what I think.
More than half the country buys it, you idiot.
Yeah.
It's just great to hear him say that after all the horrible things that man has said about Donald Trump. And it's more than half the country. And I don't believe that Obama strikes nearly the same number of people as charismatic as he did, 15 years ago. It's hard to believe he's been around that long. But I think the thrill is gone with him.
And he's still unusually young for a Democratic politician.
Yeah, but he looks like he's aged quite a bit.
He has, yeah.
I believe that we've covered all the topics, but there's still, here's one that'll break your heart because you are our oil and gas guy. Schiff's warnings about offshore oil go unheeded as Burgum unleashes California project.
Yeah. So they're leasing, they're doing federal leases offshore California again. It's just got everybody in the state's congressional delegation up in arms. It's just glorious. It's just absolutely wonderful.
Here's Bill Maher. They're dropping like flies, acknowledging he misjudged Trump's tariffs and their impact on the economy. But I do have one question, and this may not be one that you have a ready answer for. But I've just noticed that lately beef prices have gotten ridiculous.
Yeah, there's a problem with what is the disease? All the cattle in Mexico. They've had to stop imports of beef from Mexico because of, what was it, hoof and mouth disease? Or is it the other one? There's two of them. Anyway, we periodically have troubles with that. And so supplies gotten tight and prices have gone up. And I'm not sure what you can do to stop that. It's just a tough deal with the beef prices. The egg prices came down again. The eggs I buy went down another 50 cents.
Yeah, and chicken prices are coming down too.
And
so
pork prices have come down too.
I guess if we
have you noticed? Remember the rash of all these fires and explosions we had in all the meat processing facilities all over the country?
Yeah, what could that have been?
Yeah, during the first year or two of the Biden administration, and we haven't heard about a single one of those in well over a year now. It's really funny. It's got to be just a coincidence, right?
Sure.
It's really funny how that happens.
That's the Democrats' number one success, coincidences. They seem to have many of them. Okay, let's get Tommy on. We have time for a call before we wrap up with Dave. It's 5 o'clock already. Holy cow. Tommy, you're on with David.
Your steaks cost more than a fill up at the gas station because of years of Biden inflation and what it did to inputs for all our farmers. He just about ran them all out of business. That's why your steak costs so much.
I kind of figured, I mean, none of that is not something that's unique to Donald Trump, and I was not inferring that. I just noticed that, especially in the last few weeks, they've gotten really steep. Thank you.
Wow, that sounded bad.
No, I wanted to make the point, I guess, and just hang up and listen, which is fine. At 4:57, time for
the Gillette Cavalcade of Sports is on the air.
Which on this show is just really a little baseball talk. You know what? I told my buddy Rich Thomas yesterday, I said, I'm ready to say it. I said, I don't think the Yankees are going to make the playoffs. I mean, they're still in a playoff position, but they're just, for considering the assembled talent, there's no magic on that team. They keep losing to teams they should easily beat, and winning one out of every 3 games is not going to, I mean, by the time it gets to September at the pace they're on, they'll be below 500 for the first time in almost 30 years. So I am not excited.
Judge is out for any length of time. That's a killer
for them. Yeah. Even though they have guys that could step up, but none of them really are. Who is taken over? They got a guy in the minors named Spencer Jones. They should bring him up and give him a shot and just see if he can't, do it at the major league level. So I'm almost losing interest in this season because I just see what's going on. It's torture.
Well,
how about the Dodgers? What's going on with them?
I was just going to say the Tigers, got a slow start after the All-Star game, but now they seem to be recovering. The Dodgers still suck. I mean, they lost 2 out of 3 over the weekend after getting swept by Milwaukee, and they don't hit the ball, and their bullpen is a disaster area, and they got Blake Trinan back yesterday, so that'll help. He's a very good middle relief pitcher.
By the way, you're going to do Thursday with us, right?
Oh, yeah, and we'll have trade deadline.
Trade deadline that day.
Yeah.
We could be finding all kinds of interesting stuff out.
Yeah, that'll be awesome.
Yeah, so all 23 of our registered baseball fans, that's a heads up to you.
And who's looking really good in the National League is the Phillies, all of a sudden.
Yeah.
I'm not really strong.
The Mets are streaky, but I think overall the Phillies have enough of everything to win it. And if the Yankees aren't going to make it, I'm kind of rooting for Seattle.
Seattle. Well, that's interesting. Why?
Because they've never even been in the World Series, so that would be a first for their fans.
Isn't that where the Big Dumper is?
Can you imagine a worse nickname for an athlete, the Big Dumper? Everybody's going to assume he's given that nickname for one reason.
He was. He's got a big butt, and his dad used to tell him to get up off his dumper.
Oh,
and go work out. And that's why he's called the Big Dumper.
I'm glad it's that and not some other possibility.
I fear I need to Google this.
Yes, no, seriously.
But 40 home runs for a catcher.
I know.
And it's not August yet. I mean,
he's
the guy is
for 62.
So it's kind of exciting to see somebody, and he just signed a long-term contract instead of crapping out like a lot of them do. He's been more than worth the money they're paying him, which is nice too.
Yeah.
So there's that. And, the Rangers are suddenly a much better team.
Yes, the Rangers have gotten hot.
Yeah.
Well, they've gotten people back. Their starting pitching is really, really strong. And Simeon and Seager have started hitting, and
Finally.
so I mean they're only 4 games back of the Astros, who have lost like 6 straight. So that race is going to be hot in September.
I hate the Houston Astros.
I do too.
I need to report on my Google findings because
Yes.
I just Googled it to see if that really was why he was called that.
Uh-huh.
But the image results from the jump are just his butt.
Really?
So yes, that is why he's called that.
That's why he's called the big dumper.
Well, good health to the Yankees and Dodgers, but it has been fun watching Cal Raleigh have this amazing for a catcher in the daily grind. David, we thank you so much for your time. Before you sign off, please give everybody your blog address so they can subscribe to your great work.
Yes, just Google David Blackman at Substack. It'll all come up, and we'll have a good time together.
All righty, my friend. Thank you so much.
All right. See y'all Thursday. Bye.
All right, it is a couple of minutes past 5 o'clock. We have the Movie Maven joining us this hour, and around 5:35, talking about a movie called The Phoenician Scheme, which is new.
This is who is that director?
Wes Anderson.
Wes Anderson, yes.
Death of a Unicorn, and some stuff going on at the Capri that you might want to check out. And I may offer an opinion or two. I mentioned, too, this Katrina documentary on Nat Geo may be worth a minute of your time. We thank Montgomery Paint and Body for bringing us the Idiocracy with David Blackman every Monday and Thursday. We sure do appreciate that, Donnie and Brandon Turner, and the job they do on putting your cars back on the road. Remember, 27 Rec with a W for Montgomery Paint and Body, sponsors of the Idiocracy. Right now, Skipper has the latest on traffic. SRN News coming up.
Well, we have a couple of accidents. I-65 northbound right before Cobbsford Road. We got a vehicle off the roadway now on the right side of the road. They've got a wrecker on the scene trying to get that one up. Caused a little bit of a slowdown with the trooper there with his lights on. South Boulevard at South Court had a minor accident there earlier. And also I-65 southbound on the ramp to South Boulevard got an accident there. Buckle up. We got a little bit of rain in the area, and we are very busy everywhere now. Interstates, boulevards, and all of our feeder roads out of Montgomery. We will keep you updated. Trentham State's Accelerated Learning and Dual Enrollment Program lets high school students earn college credit now. Registration's open, but the deadline's August 8th. Classes start August 19th. TrenthamState.edu for more information. I'm Wendell J. Montgomery Skywatch Traffic.
With the Wall Street Business Report, I'm John Scott. Stocks coasted to a quiet finish to begin a week full of potentially market-moving events. The S&P 500 edged up less than 0.1% to set an all-time high for the 6th straight day. The Dow Jones Industrial Average slipped 0.1%, and the Nasdaq Composite added 0.3% to its own record. Stocks were steady after the United States and European Union agreed on the framework for a trade deal, one that still has many details to be worked out. Later this week will come big tech profit reports, a decision on interest rates by the Federal Reserve, and other highly anticipated reports. The Dow was down 64 points to close at 44,837. The Nasdaq gained 70 to 21,178. The S&P 500 up 1 point to 6389. With the Wall Street Business Report, I'm John Scott.
Since 1966, Alabama Sheriff's Youth Ranches has been more than just a place to stay. It's been a place to belong. For children facing hardships through no fault of their own, our ranches provide more than shelter. We offer a warm home, a loving family, and a future filled with hope. With open arms, we welcome these young hearts, giving them the love, structure, and guidance they need to heal, grow, and thrive in a warm Christian environment. Together, we can give Alabama's children the chance they deserve, a chance to dream, to succeed, and to feel truly cherished. Every donation stays within Alabama, directly impacting the lives of the children who need it most. Join us in making a difference. Visit AlabamaSheriffsYouthRanches.org. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram, and download our app from your app store. We'd be honored to have you as a part of our mission to lift up Alabama's youth. And remember this, it's easier to build boys and girls than to repair men and women.
What does it mean for a nation to be successful? I'm Stephanie Bryan, Tribal Chair and CEO of the Porch Creek Indians. We believe a successful nation gives back. As we've built economic opportunity and prosperity, the Porch Creek Indians have been able to give back to our neighbors in Alabama and beyond. More than $37 million since 2021 alone. From education and healthcare to tornado relief, learn more about our charitable giving at porchcreekindians.org.
Do you have real estate problems? Whether you're facing foreclosure, inherited a property, or have costly repairs, we understand. At Rapid Fire Homebuyers, we're here to help. Any condition, any situation, we'll give you an honest cash offer for your home so you can move forward. Because when real estate problems cause you uncertainty, you deserve a solution you can trust. Any condition, any situation, we're here to help. Give Rapid Fire Homebuyers a call today at 334-675-1000. That's 334-675-1000.
It's July 28th, the greatest day ever. On the 28th of July, 1978, National Lampoon's Animal House opened in U.S. theaters. This iconic film taught a generation that being fat, drunk, and stupid is no way to go through life. But it's a fun way to go through college. Have a great July 28th, the greatest day ever.
Broadcasting from the Riverside Chevrolet Master Control Center, this is WACV Cusada, News Talk 93.1 FM. When it's Chevy, it's Riverside.
The time has come for someone to put his foot down. And that foot is me.
With SRN News, I'm Jason Walker. Despite naysayers in the Democratic Party, as well as the news media, oil industry experts are touting President Trump's Trump deal with the European Union as a huge win for United States energy producers and a serious setback for the Kremlin. Under former President Joe Biden, the United States wasn't selling much energy to the EU, leaving them to buy it from Russia, thus fueling Moscow's war machine. Top trade officials from China and the United States have launched a new round of talks aimed at easing tensions over tariffs. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent and Chinese Vice Premier He Lifeng are meeting in Stockholm. Analysts say the 2 days of talks between the world's two biggest national economies could set the stage for a possible meeting between President Trump and China's president. This is SRN News.
Hey, it's Mike Rohn. If I have a choice, I like to do business with companies that actually stand for something. That's why I switched from Verizon to Pure Talk. No offense to Verizon, I'm sure they stand for something. I just don't know what it is. Pure Talk, on the other hand, is a veteran-owned company that supports our military in a big way, and I appreciate that. Yeah, I also appreciate unlimited talk and text and plenty of data for half the cost of the big guys, and I do like being on America's most dependable 5G network for just $20 a month. But what I really appreciate is no contract, no cancellation fees, and Pure Talk's commitment to handle all their customer service in this country. I saw it for myself. I went to Georgia, I got a tour of their headquarters, I met their CEO, and I talked to the same customer service folks that you'll talk to when you dial pound 250 and say keyword Mike Rowe. Switch today and save 50% off your first month when you dial pound 250 and say keyword Mike Rowe. Pure Talk, a wireless company that actually stands for something.
You know why I'm playing this? Because I like it. And that was a great show. It just never got the attention it deserved.
What channel was it on?
Fox, I think, carried it. And they did some edgy stuff.
Maybe it won't get us flagged on YouTube.
Oh, that's just the theme song.
I know.
Well, we do have one of the funniest things they ever did. I don't think the Paxton network exists anymore, but it was a Christian-owned channel, and they played all the wholesome stuff, the oldies, you know, like Little House on the
Waltons.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All Waltons all the time. And so they did a pair that the Sopranos were coming to PAX TV, and
what?
Will Sasso played Gandolfini to a T. It was perfect. And they show you all it is people herky jerky moving around because they had to cut out all the bad language and the exposed bodies and everything else. It's hysterical.
I just watched a YouTube of him doing impression. Oh my gosh.
He did so many.
I think it was him doing Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Oh yeah, he did all.
Oh my gosh, it was hilarious.
He shows up at the kitchen, the Soprano kitchen. How about some gabagool? We don't have any gabagool. And then and then it just cuts off. It's really funny. I'd play it, except you kind of got it. Well, I could play it on the stream, maybe later in the hour. The movie Maven will join us. There's lots to talk about there. I can't wait to see her take on the Phoenician scheme because I have one of my own.
Oh yeah. Sorry, I'm still thinking about that Arnold Schwarzenegger impression. And it was with the comedian Adam Ray, who you don't know because you're not in on all of the good comedians right now. He's hilarious.
Are you saying that I'm out of it?
You may be out of it. This loop does not include
you. May be right.
But you should find your way into the loop.
You may be right.
He's hilarious.
I may be crazy, as Billy Joel once said so eloquently.
I think you're mad.
Brad McDonald's going to join us in a minute. I've been checking outside. We've had a couple of storms pop up, but nothing significant. That may change, though, tomorrow, Rich, in a moment, and then Brant McDonald.
The Tierce family has been your local Roto-Rooter service since 1964. Drain cleaning, plumbing repair, and those troublesome septic tanks, no problem. Technology has changed a bit in the last 54 years. Video inspections of lines to locate problems is available, as well as scheduling your appointment online. River Region residents have trusted Roto-Rooter for over half a century. You can, too. Call today at 272-7130 or visit online at rotorooteralabama.com.
Call Roto-Rooter, that's the name, and away go troubles down the drain. Roto-Rooter.
Is foot pain holding you back? Visit the Good Feet store for a free personalized fitting and test walk.
That fix on your car? You got this. On eBay, you'll find millions of parts guaranteed to fit. Doesn't matter if it's a major engine repair or your first time swapping your windshield wipers. eBay has that part you need, ready to click perfectly into place for changes big and small, loud or quiet. Find all the parts you need at prices you'll love. Guaranteed to fit every time. But you already know that. eBay. Things people love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
The Rich Thomas Weather Network, brought to you by Alabama Wholesale Lumber. Alabama Wholesale Lumber, serving the River Region with the best quality building materials for decades. Contractor to do-it-yourselfer. Call Alabama Wholesale Lumber.
Rich Thomas Weather.
I'd like to say that there are more reasonable temperatures on the way, but not right away. I think we'll be in the heat advisory category at least through Tuesday. Even the nights don't cool off much with lots of humidity and the overnight low 78. Tomorrow on Tuesday, I've got us up to about 98 to 100 for the actual high temperature, and the heat index in the crazy 105 to 110 danger range. Now, I think spotty, scattered, random storms will start to pop up on Tuesday and Wednesday afternoon and evening, and that may help a few lucky towns. From the Blue Water Weather Center, this is Rich Thomas.
Budget Floors and More has the best prices. Carpet as low as 69 cents per square foot. LVP starting at $1.29 a square foot. Sheet vinyl as low as 65 cents per square foot. And the lowest prices on flooring installation supplies. Budget Floors and More across from Delray to Publix.
The views and opinions of the following program are solely those of the host and other contributors. These do not necessarily represent those of Liberty Acquisitions 825, Blue Water Broadcasting, its management, staff, or any advertisers.
Little sports note. In the WNBA game, and I don't even know why I'm talking about him because I don't believe it's popular. I know people have been watching Caitlin Clark, but other than that, anyway, in a game yesterday, one of the players, their wig fell off during the game, and a fan thought this was hysterical and was making fun of the situation, so they kicked him out. I think it was a him. You're never really sure. Just for laughing at a player that lost a wig.
Do you have a clip of it?
During a basketball game. We could try.
I haven't seen that.
Oh, I, of course, want to share that clip.
Yes.
While we're waiting for Brand, we can take a moment to do that. Here is that great moment in sports history.
Oh no. Oh no. She's gonna go ahead to the back. Oh no.
Oh, she just ran.
Timeout called for Copper to deal with the malfunction.
All right, so the wig malfunction. What's the big deal? So what if a fan finds that funny?
Why would you wear that during a game?
You got me. I mean, it must be a vanity thing.
Well, yeah.
But, there's fans at every single freaking sports event who can't keep their mouths shut, who got to be loud, obnoxious, ugly, let everybody know what they think.
Did you say they kicked him out?
Yeah, just for making fun of the wig falling off.
Mm.
All right. Here's Mr. Right on the money. Brett McDonald from Invest Advisors. Good afternoon to you, my friend. How are you?
Hey, Greg. Good afternoon to you too, buddy. I'm doing well. Doing very well. We're geared up for a huge week this week. We've got, this is probably one of the biggest weeks we've had all year. When you think about all the earnings announcements coming this week, combined with all the government data that we're expecting this week, this is going to be a market moving week for sure. I think it starts with tomorrow. You take a look at tomorrow. We've got Meta, which Facebook, and then Microsoft. Or rather, they report on Wednesday, I think it is, and then we get Apple and Amazon later in the week. We get some Downing, Procter & Gamble, Boeing. But then check this out. I want you to think about this for a second. Tomorrow, we get consumer confidence data. We get the JOLTS numbers, which is jobs opening and labor turnover numbers. That's usually a pretty good one. Wednesday, we get GDP data, which is going to be interesting because first quarter GDP was not so great because you had that front running to the tariff discussion. So all these manufacturers just, imported incredible amounts of inventory, which has a negative impact on GDP. So now we're looking to the second quarter numbers. I suspect you're going to see the reverse now. So you're not going to see quite as much of the import. I think we'll see the second quarter show a rebound over the first quarter. A lot of that is the way the formula works. But then on Wednesday too, Greg, we get the Fed with their interest rate decision. The Fed is going to start their meeting tomorrow. They'll do their press release on Wednesday at 1:00. And then at 1:30 we get Jay Powell and the press conference. But then on Thursday we get PCE inflation data. That's the Personal Consumption Expenditures Index, which is on Thursday. And then Friday is the July jobs numbers, which are going to be reported. And that comes from the Bureau of Labor Statistics. So we'll get a look at jobs. We'll get a look at the unemployment rate and all of that. So think about that for a second. Consumer confidence, the JOLTS numbers, GDP numbers, the Fed decision, an inflation number on PCE, and then the jobs on Friday. And oh, by the way, as I said at the top of the call, we've got Meta, we've got Amazon, we've got Apple, and Microsoft, four of the big magnificent seven names that report. So a lot coming at us this week, and it will definitely be market moving for sure.
Yeah, let's talk about the Fed. Yeah, you've got sources and resources that are truly amazing. What's the buzz? Is there a consensus building on what to expect from that? I don't see how he cannot cut the rate, but I've been surprised before.
So again, I'll go back to, all right, so first of all, Jay Powell and obviously his team, other voting members of the Federal Open Market Committee are dug in, and they strongly believe that, they're doing the right thing because of this concern over tariffs and so on and so forth. And they believe that they have to show and demonstrate that they are going to maintain that independence and not be sort of, quote, bullied by the White House. That's why I said, though, that's why I've been saying for the last couple of weeks. I mean, should the Fed lower the rate? For sure, there's no doubt they need to do that. but the best thing that could happen is what Trump did the other day, which is he went to visit the Fed chair.
Yeah.
You know, for all practical purposes, he was nice. He's kind of his tone a little bit, said, we're not going to fire him. You know, he won't be here much longer. And he's trying his best to try to now, I think, separate, because what's going to happen, I think, on Wednesday is the Fed's going to make an announcement that they did not cut the interest rate. But then I think they're going to start to issue sort of more of a dovish tone. And I really believe that's coming. And I think if Trump can just not say much about it, probably by the time we get to 6 weeks out to the next Fed meeting, they're probably going to cut rates. And let me tell you, it's not just Trump. I mean, there are some big-time people out there. Even, like, for example, I don't know if you saw this, but I didn't realize it until early this morning, that even Jim Cramer is the guy that, you know, he dropped the F-bomb on CNBC saying that Jay Powell needs to cut the federal funds rate. You know, and Jim Cramer, I don't watch much of him. He's okay. I've met the guy several times. He's a smart guy, but whatever. I'll just leave it at that. But he, you know, he's more of a moderate Democrat, and so for him to say something like that was pretty surprising to me. But there's so many other examples, though. I mean, everyone knows the Fed is being way too restrictive. The neutral rate should be around 3% or less, and here they still sit at 4.25%. So, bottom line, our team fully expects no rate cut on Wednesday, which I don't even think is the big deal. I think the big deal is them talking about how they see things going forward and what sort of language they change in their statement, and really what Jay Powell has to say in the press conference. Are they going to have more of a dovish tone? I think the markets will react more to that. But remember, too, that PCE number is going to come out the very next day on Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
And then we get jobs on Friday. So I have to feel like they have a pretty good idea of what those numbers might look like. So whatever they say on Wednesday could, sort of front run a little bit the numbers on Thursday and Friday. We'll see. It should be a really interesting week. And here we sit with markets at all-time highs. Volume has not been that great. And I will say, when you look at the valuations in the market, we're all the way back to the 2007 valuations before the, market crash of 2008 and 2009. So this is not a cheap market. Just remember that. This is not a cheap market. The market is discounting an incredible amount of good way off in the future. And we'll see. But I would urge a little caution getting too excited about the market right here. But with that said, I do think a dovish tone by the Fed with really strong numbers and very weak inflation numbers on Thursday and a strong jobs report could change things, and we could continue to march higher.
All righty. Appreciate the analysis. This will be interesting. Watch all of this activity play out over the course of the week. We will talk to you tomorrow, my friend.
Yeah, look forward to it. It's going to be fast and furious. So buckle up.
All righty.
Bye, Brent.
We always take his advice when he says buckle up. Let's hear that click.
The opinions voiced in this material are for general information only and are not intended to provide specific advice or recommendations for any individual. All performance referenced is historical and is no guarantee of future results. All indices are unmanaged and may not be invested into directly. The opinions expressed in this material do not necessarily reflect the views of LPL Financial. Securities offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA SIPC. Investment advice is offered through Invista Advisors, registered investment advisor, and separate entity from LPL Financial.
Interesting headline in the New York Post.
Mm-hmm.
Pro-life Texas politician accused of an affair with stripper and paying for abortions as she shares torrid Chuck E. Cheese claim.
What? What does Chuck E. Cheese have to do with it?
Kind of anxious to find out myself.
Did you say it's a politician?
Yeah.
That's not surprising.
One who apparently has been very interesting photos of her. God, there's barely anything holding her. I'm looking for the part. In one instance, he made her pick up cash near a dumpster behind a Chuck E. Cheese. She's 52. A little of a cougar situation going on here.
She's 52 and she's had abortions like recently.
That's what this seems to say. We don't have time to read it. We could study it later.
Send it to me because I want to look into that.
I will take care of that now.
It's interesting.
While you're telling us about AMS Studios and what's happening there.
Just kidding.
There is a lot happening at AMS Studios, actually, and I got to get back there for another treatment for the man. I'm telling you what, I am undergoing brain paralysis. The light treatment, the
IPL.
Yes. Intense pulse light therapy. What's wrong with me? But I'm also trying to do two things at once here, which is always dangerous.
Okay, so let me talk about stuff for a minute.
You got some special things going on.
Yes. So we are doing Christmas in July. So for that, we have an Ultimate Deluxe facial that we've added red light therapy and sugar scrub treatment to. And that's running for gift certificates or, buy now, use later, come in now, enjoy a facial.
So there's no expiration on it. They can get that now during the sale and use it anytime.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, that's an opportunity to save right there.
Yes. And then the package specials that you announced on Friday. So I'm just going to go over those really quick.
Sure.
The microneedling facials. So you buy a package of 4 and you get 4 30-minute formas with that. And forma is the radio frequency skin tightening.
Mm-hmm.
So using those together is great non-surgical facelift option. And the 4 30-minute formas is a $600 value. So when you buy the microneedling, you get those free.
And that's the one that tightens the skin.
Yes.
Hey.
And then the Evolve Tight, which is the body remodeling.
Yes.
When you buy 6 sessions, you get 2 free. So that's also a $600 value.
Okay.
Free. And then the laser hair removal package, you buy 6, you get 2 free and lifetime touch-ups. And laser hair removal is male or female, all over the body it can be used. And so the cost and the savings depends on the body part.
Are we finally starting to see some guys wake up to what's available there and
here and there, yes. I would love to have more guys come in for laser hair removal, especially because of how often they have to shave. There are a lot of hairy guys who shave their back, their chest, have to shave their neckline, and could be getting laser hair removal and saving so much time. Guys don't go through the hormonal fluctuations that women do that increase their hair growth over the years.
Right.
And I have women coming in, all the time for laser hair removal, knowing in 10 or 20 years, they're going to have to come back and get it again when they start going through perimenopause and menopause.
And that's a state-of-the-art technology you have for that.
Yes. It is the best hair removal on the market. And it has a very large head on the laser. So the sessions are quick.
Oh.
Yes.
All of first of all, and all of these improvements, tightening and so forth, better skin, these are but a fraction of what you would pay for a cosmetic surgeon without the risk of anesthesia and so forth. AMS Studios is a wonderful place to be treated for whatever, including massages and some of the pampering services they offer. It's just a wonderful place. It's like an escape. I had my last IPL there and then went bowling and did great.
Can I tell you the biggest part of what I was going to say?
Yes.
So a big part of what we do, obviously, is the relaxing facials. We like to be the home away from home for everybody. So we have a VIP facial membership club. And while we're running these specials for back to school, the back to school special is if you buy one of these packages, you get entered to win the VIP facial membership club for a year.
A year?
Yes.
Wow.
So right now, if you buy these, you get 3 entries. The further we go into August, you get 2 entries and then 1 entry. But if you take advantage of the specials, get entered into this. And give it to somebody. Give it to your wife. who's a teacher maybe for back to school for the whole school year to get facials every month, or a mom.
And that way kids are less likely to poke fun because she'll be so beautiful.
Or they'll feel good.
Yes.
The monthly facial
And
for an
exude the
hour of
confidence.
self-care.
It all goes hand in hand. All right, to learn more, visit ams-studios.com or call 730-1268. And by the way, year-round, for birthdays or any other occasion, gift giving, you can't go wrong with AMS Studios. 730-1268. The movie Maven's coming up. So is Blue Water News with Sky.
Well, we have an accident in the intersection at South Boulevard down from I-65. Please use caution if you're on South Boulevard traveling either direction there under 65. Watch out for emergency vehicles that are still on the scene. They're waiting on a wrecker right there. Everywhere else, light to mostly moderate traffic. We're busy all over the area. Prattville, Millbrook, Wetumpka included. Buckle up and keep it here. We'll keep you updated if any other accidents happen. Invisible Fence is more than a fence. Paired with hands-on training and the latest technology, your pet can enjoy more of the yard. Call Vicky at Invisible Fence, 265-2585. Wendell J. Montgomery, Skywatch Traffic.
News is brought to you by Mr. Electric. At Mr. Electric, they have the power to make things better.
From the Blue Water Broadcasting News Center, here's today's top stories. Montgomery police are investigating a fatal crash involving a pedestrian. The accident happened late Friday night in the area of Eastern Boulevard and I-85, where an adult male pedestrian was fatally injured. The unidentified victim was pronounced dead at the scene. The driver of the vehicle was uninjured. A Montgomery man has been arrested following a weekend shootout. Police responded to the 6800 block of Atlanta Highway near Taylor Road to an active gunfight involving multiple people on Friday night. Officers located and arrested one of the suspects Saturday and charged 19-year-old King Walker with attempted murder. More arrests are expected. Beginning with the upcoming school year, Montgomery Public Schools will require all students to register online. Students, both new and returning, must complete registration through PowerSchool in order to be fully enrolled for the first day of school on August 5th. Registration with PowerSchool must be completed by July 30th. From the Blue Water Broadcasting News Center, I'm Sky Mosley.
We're a customer service company that does electrical work. Landscape lighting, backyard lighting, you name it. If it involves a wire, we handle it. Peace of mind made easy. That's what you get with Mr. Electric.
Mr. Electric, the power to make things better.
Have you been thinking about selling your home? Let me ask you, would you want to trust your biggest investment with a part-time agent? You know, the kind who can't make your property a priority until after work at their real job? I'm Hannah Grantham, and you don't get that with us.
That's right. And I'm Eddie Bader. And if they're not focused 100% on your home, can they really even get you top dollar?
I couldn't agree more. We're top producing agents with a reputation for getting results. No side gigs here at Forest Meadows Homes and Land.
So call us today at 334-368-6358 and let us show you why who you have on your sign really matters.
Hello, everyone. Robbie Pelt with Capital City Roofing. If you think about it, your home is your biggest investment in life. Your roof covers your home, so why jeopardize your biggest investment on a roofer you don't know anything about when you can deal with a reputable roofing company like Capital City Roofing? We have an A+ Better business rating and the best manufacturers and workmanship warranties available. We do all residential and commercial roofing applications that are certified through the manufacturer to ensure you get the best material and workmanship money can buy. We also have your project in our best interest before and after construction has been done. Don't hesitate to call us if you have any roofing issues or questions. We will match any of our competitors' price and give you the same great workmanship warranty. We also give free estimates. Give us a call today and let us show you the difference. 277-3311. That's 277-3311. Or you can check us out on the web at www.capitalcityroofing.com. Capital City Roofing. We capitalize the roofing industry.
Hello there, this is Dr. Sam, account executive with Blue Water Broadcasting. Why should you advertise with us? Frequency sells. The more ads you can get on the air, the better the chance it'll make an impact. Radio allows advertisers an inexpensive way to get their voice heard over and over again. Contact me, Dr. Sam, by going to BlueWaterBroadcasting.com to find out more. Blue Water Broadcasting, local folks helping local business.
Weather, a service of H&H Carpets, where right now, get a load of this, listen close, you get a house full of carpet for $19.95 installed. Unbelievable. They're located at 6450 Atlanta Highway, just across from Walmart.
Rich Thomas weather.
I'd like to say that there are more reasonable temperatures on the way, but not right away. I think we'll be in the heat advisory category at least through Tuesday. Even the nights don't cool off much with lots of humidity and the overnight low 78. Tomorrow on Tuesday, I've got us up to about 98 to 100 for the actual high temperature, and the heat index in the crazy 105 to 110 danger range. Now, I think spotty, scattered, random storms will start to pop up on Tuesday and Wednesday afternoon and evening, and that may help a few lucky towns. From the Blue Water Weather Center, this is Rich Thomas.
All the headlines the mainstream media won't touch. Your News Talk station. News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
Miss Murray's Movie Minute brought to you by AMS Studios. Relax your soul, refresh your mind, renew your spirit with AMS Studios on Main Street in Prattville. AMS-studios.com or call 730-1268. With breaking news, we now welcome the movie maven, Miss Murray. Good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon.
Hi.
At the end of your reviews, we have breaking news on Sydney Sweeney that's right off the ridiculous chart, but
So ridiculous.
that can wait. That just came in from Mark Cumby.
Yeah.
And we must remember to remind people about the Movie Maven Facebook page.
Okay.
But let's start with Neverending Story.
Neverending Story, the original, is one of my childhood favorites. And I got
Mine
to watch
too.
it again this weekend with the Next Generation kids, and I was surprised how much they enjoyed it. I mean, they were into it and paid attention. I mean, the littlest one had a hard time getting into it, but when she finally sat down and watched it, she got into it too.
It's good because we still got weeks of summer left. There's still parents and grandparents looking for things to entertain kids. So that's a great suggestion. I myself have never seen this.
What? Well, no, I'm not surprised. I can't believe actually that
Wait
you
a minute.
haven't
You're
seen
not
it.
surprised at what?
I can't believe you haven't seen it with Goose. It's
No.
her generation,
Oh.
our generation. I was convinced I was going to have a child named Atreyu.
Really?
I love this movie so much. Yes.
Is this like
It's
the
funny
Princess
because
Bride?
I have a friend who named her child Bastion.
Yes, I love that name too. That's cute.
Well, Elvis has left the building. On this,
You got to watch it. It's a good movie.
This is why we have Miss Murray on.
Yeah.
Do you think I'm the only one that's never seen it? There may be somebody else that will be inspired to watch it too, right?
Yeah, there is a really sad
Oh,
scene
sure.
where his horse
You
dies.
don't have to.
It's very,
I was
very
surprised
difficult
that
to watch.
That scene came so early in the movie. I'm like, wait a minute, he just started on his adventure. How is he already in the swamp of despair? Wait a minute, no, this can't happen already.
I know.
There's so much more movie after that happened.
I know.
Last week you mentioned that the Phoenician Scheme had come out on Peacock, and I'm eager to hear what you have to say about this film. 'cause
Oh, it's
I'm-
already streaming. I'm
yeah,
gonna watch it.
I have a thought or two of my own on it.
So I watched in a couple different chunks, and I have to say, I mean, I do like Wes Anderson, but I don't like all of his movies, and his style takes some patience.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think that I had it when I was watching it either time. So, like, it felt more like work than enjoyment for me. Although it was well done, well cast. I mean, it was a good story, but it was just like the same sort of robotic, narration, and everybody. It was.
I love
you like Wes
Benicio del
Anderson,
Toro.
You'll like it. If you don't like him, you're not going to like it. It's just that simple. I mean, it's just like classic Wes Anderson. So, I mean, if you know what he's about, you should definitely give it a try. It's worth the watch.
Wes Anderson, who I
Yes,
brilliantly
I had to be in
conflated
some-
with Wes Craven last week.
Who in my head I was like, what is his last name? Wes Tannenbaum? No, that's not it.
So, is this in general one you're recommending?
Well, like I said, if you've watched any Wes Anderson and you know you like him, then yes. But if you've watched him and you're like, "What the heck am I watching?" then don't bother. No,
You have to be in the right frame of mind for it. It's like trying
exactly.
to watch an Adam Sandler comedy and you can't do that kind of comedy at that time.
I got you.
It just comes off wrong.
Yeah, can't take it too seriously. You just got to be prepared to just let the silliness happen. Like,
yeah,
here, have a hand grenade. They're just. I mean, it's just ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
I think David Blackman and I talked about the death of the unicorns for an hour and a half already today, but there's a movie by that same name. Yeah, they got some issues, Ellen. They really do, but we're not here to talk politics. This movie, Max and Hulu, tell us about this one.
All right, I had promoted this before I saw it because I really like Jenna Ortega, and I thought it looks cute, but also a horror comedy, stupid horror, and it's gonna be the same way. Like, you have to be in the right frame of mind when you put it on, and don't expect anything that you have to compare to reality. It's like some people they kill a unicorn accidentally and they want to harvest the magical properties to cure cancer or something. But I honestly turned it off because I was just getting sleepy. I will try to go back to it and finish it, but it's not one that I would sit down and watch with my grandma or anything.
Well, I mean, just the fact that it didn't hold your rapt attention.
Yeah, it's a skip. It's a skip for me.
Yeah,
I'm not anti-unicorn. Yes, I am. I changed my mind.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, unicorns have this reputation for being fairy princess kind of rainbows, and little girls love them. But this is not that kind of unicorn. It's vengeful and killing people and stuff. So.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, kind of an out of context unicorn.
Yeah.
Or maybe that's more appropriate given how the unicorn has been adapted. But we're not going to get into politics. Why do I keep doing that? What's happening at the Capri?
So it's the last week of the child movie matinees. This week on Wednesday and Thursday, they're going to be showing The Wild Robot, which was a Oscar nominee for Best Animated Picture. And seats are just $2, and they have shows at 10 and 1. And the next day, they're starting the Montgomery Film Festival at the Capri, August 1st through 3rd. So if you want a listing of that, you can find it on their website. There's a bunch of stuff that you might want to check out.
All right. I also want to mention I am still struggling with only murders in the building.
Mm-hmm.
It's frustrating because it's got two people I like, Martin Short, Steve Martin.
Mm-hmm.
I want to love anything they do. But at this point, I'm ready for Steve Martin to appear in a scene with an arrow through his head.
Dang.
Just, I'm not getting it. I'm not getting the love for the show at all.
I'm kind of right there with you. I've seen 5 or 6 of them, and I'm just like, all right, I promise Josh it does mean I would stick it out till the end of at least season 1, but I don't think I'm going to get beyond that.
I agree. I know a lot of people love it. And I'm not saying they're wrong. This is something
when a show feels like a chore to watch instead of entertainment, then it's like, oh,
yeah,
it's not fun.
I think you're 100% on that.
Hey, I did want to.
Can I tell you?
Yes, sure.
I did something crazy yesterday. I binge watched a whole series of movies on Netflix.
What was it?
The 3 To All the Boys I Loved Before movies. I watched all 3 of them. I never spend that much time in front of the TV, but I was trying.
Kind of mood.
I was trying to zone out, man, like you wouldn't believe. And they did the trick. They're just so cute. They're like teenage love stories.
Oh, I've never heard of it.
Have you watched them?
That is cute. No, I'm getting it confused with The Summer I Turned Pretty, but I mean, I've looked at All the Boys I've Loved Before because it's also a book series.
Yes.
But yeah, so it's worth it checking out.
You should watch it. If you need a
I
cute
love
little
high school
rom-com.
coming of age stuff. I do.
Yes, it was cute. it was cute. And
I'm waiting for the summer I turned pretty. Rich, what's the forecast? Okay.
It was
Be
cute.
waiting longer. Eloise, thank you for your time this afternoon.
I want to throw in one fun fact if I could.
Sure.
There's this girl in the Phoenician scheme that plays a nun. That's the daughter of Benicio del Toro. She's cute. I'd never seen her before, but I found out that her name is Mia Thermopolis. I can't read my handwriting, but she's the daughter of Kate Winslet.
Oh.
Who I didn't even know was an actor. So we got a Nepo baby in there who she kind of stole the show. Yeah, all the reviews I've read said she was really their favorite.
Oh, Thruppleton,
yeah, that's it.
Huh.
Sorry.
That stage names are supposed to be easy to remember.
It's not a stage name.
I
It's
think
her
that's
dad's name.
Her actual name.
Oh, I'm sorry. My error. I didn't know Kate Winslet had a kid even.
Yeah.
She's got 3 of her. Her youngest is named Bear.
By the way, the story on Sydney Sweeney, and this just broke, and we thank Mark Cumby for sending this along. It's backlash from Sydney Sweeney saying genes are passed down from the parents to offspring, often determining traits like hair color, personality, even eye color. And now that's become
eugenics,
ridiculous,
fascism.
white supremacy.
Yep.
And all she's doing is
basic facts of biology.
That's kind of how it works, right? I mean, I look like my mom and dad. Does that make me a Nazi for some reason?
It's because she's a hot chick on TV saying, I look good. I have good genes. Y'all are jealous.
And all it says
is
is
totally jealousy that any backlash that would come out of that is.
it just says she's got great genes. The ad, they are just literally dredging for something to be angry about. That's
American
crazy.
Eagle does have really good genes, period, like denim. And Sydney Sweeney is so freaking hot. Obviously, she has good genes, like biology. What's the problem?
I don't know.
Get over it.
The show,
Hey,
they learn
haters
nothing.
are gonna hate.
Haters are gonna hate.
Just let them go.
Mark
Miss Murray.
Cumby said, "Play the clip." He wants to see Sydney Sweeney.
I got some catching up to do, but if we have time, Mark, we will play it. If not, we'll find a reason to do it tomorrow. So, Ellen, thank you for your time this afternoon.
Okay. All right. Bye, guys.
And the web address is Movie Maven VIP, right?
On Facebook.
On
Yes.
Facebook.
Find the Facebook group, the Movie Mavens VIP.
We want to get a lot of dialogue going because everybody has something they'd love to recommend. And we're looking for not the obvious stuff, Superman and Fantastic. We're looking for the stuff that has just been sitting there waiting for you to find it.
If anybody posts about Veep, brings it up, so Greg keeps talking about it again, I will kick you out of the group.
Veep is getting a lot of play.
No, you finally stopped talking about it. I don't want to hear about it again.
Better talk about cars.
Let's talk about Shark Week.
Well, we got that. Yes.
Yeah, but share Jack Ingram too.
Oh, you're
Do
right.
that.
I'm new at this job, friends, so please bear with me. Here is the Jack Ingram website. By the way, I'm feeling pretty good about one thing. I have been pointing out some new additions to the fleet, and so many of the things that I've recommended are like instantly sold. We had an Audi A4 last Friday that I said, you better, under 10. Beautiful car. And I said, you better check this out quick because I don't think this one is going to be there very long. And guess what? It wasn't there very long. We're looking at the upper end right now. If you've always wanted to drive a Porsche, they have a number of pre-owned options, 23s and 24s with low miles. You may want to look into a purchase or a lease on some of those. Porsche is an engineering experience on the road. They just, I don't know the magic. I'm not an engineer. But I'll tell you what, they have some amazing property. I don't understand, but you owe it to yourself to test drive one. And maybe, just maybe, you'll say, what have I been waiting for? Do it. Also, in the under 20 category, almost everything at the lower end of the spectrum has been sold since Friday and since this morning on a couple of these. Right now at the under 20 category, I have a 2017 Volkswagen Golf. My daughter was in an accident. Somebody that came along out of nowhere and hit her, and it totaled the vehicle, but the car saved her. That's how safe it is. One reason to consider a Golf as a great starter car for somebody who's just hitting the road. $16,999 on that. They have some great Jeep buying opportunities, including a 2016 Jeep Wrangler Unlimited Sahara, just under $20 at $19,999. And you've got pictures and videos on all of these cars. 25 lending partners. They'll get you done. Just get yourself in. And by the way, it's a great way to redo your credit, to rebuild it. Volkswagen Jetta Sport, a 2023, under 20 with low miles, plenty of warranty miles left. So you have multiple options. Shop them all at Jack Ingram SignatureUsedCars.com, where they go to extraordinary lengths to vet the vehicles they sell that were pre-loved. Jack Ingram SignatureUsedCars.com. And don't forget, the Ingram family brings you great new vehicles from Mercedes-Benz, Porsche, Nissan, Volkswagen, Volvo, and Audi at jackingram.com. This will be our final traffic update. 551.
We had an accident a little while back on South Boulevard right at I-65. Please use caution if you are approaching that intersection under the bridges there. And around Montgomery, we've had several other minor accidents. Those are not really affecting traffic flow, but we're still busy all over the area. Traffic very busy on I-65 and 85, and especially 231 to Wetumpka. Buckle up, be safe, we'll keep you updated. At McKinnon Toyota, take advantage of Camry leases as low as $329 per month and Tacomas as low as $450 per month. It's worth the drive. McKinnon Toyota, exit 212 off I-65 in Clanton. Wendell J. Montgomery Skywatch Traffic.
Listen up, this is Thomas Miles, nephew Tommy. All right, now, you know your car ain't running right when you take it in, right? So why you letting your engine light stay on? Down there. Low energy, belly fat, foggy brain, bedroom moments feeling like, Montgomery Men's Health has been fixing that since 2022. These people are pros, real licensed medical providers who know how to get you tuned up and back to beast mode. They'll check your blood, and your consultation is just $99. That's cheaper than a dinner date that ends in disappointment. Best part, no waiting around for your lab work. These folks got an in-house lab, so you'll know your numbers in minutes. So don't be that guy waiting a whole year to feel like himself again. Call 334-440-3663 or go to MontgomeryMen'sHealth.com. Montgomery Men's Health, making it happen.
Today's show is brought to you by Dog Strollers. If you have a lazy dog and you want everyone you pass to think you have the world's ugliest baby, nothing beats a dog stroller.
Want that ride that is fun, affordable, and street legal? Check out ETG Outdoors in Montgomery. They have huge discounts on electric golf carts with many brand new units under 10 grand. New and used inventory, financing available, and they service what they sell. ETG Outdoors even provides lithium battery conversions and free delivery with purchase. Whether it's for the neighborhood, the farm, or just fun, ETG Outdoors, 7006 Vaughn Road, or online at etgoutdoors.com. Cruise smarter, drive electric. ETG Outdoors, your ride to freedom starts here.
When you got a stack of jobs to do, customers to please, and schedules to keep, there's no better feeling than knowing someone has your back. Thompson Tractor has had our customers' backs since 1957 with great cat equipment and peace of mind, including a complete range of programs and tools that keep you both productive and protected, giving you the safety net you deserve, like CAT customer value agreements to extend equipment life and maximize your investment, and VisionLink for real-time monitoring on all your equipment in one secure app. Track working and idle hours, fuel consumption, and receive event and diagnostic codes, all backed by the best trained service team in the business. That's the Thompson Safety Net. Visit ThompsonTractor.com for details on all support programs. Thompson Tractor, we're here for you.
Filing Form 2290 again? VINs, weights, EINs, what a nightmare.
Not with 2290.ai, the first AI-powered 2290 e-filing platform. Just snap or scan last year's Schedule 1 and hit submit, even if you're on the go.
Wait, with just a photo?
Yep. Our smart platform reads, validates, and files it in minutes. With real-time AI checks and instant Schedule 1 delivery, you can stay road ready and file fast.
Whoa, I just got my Schedule 1. Already?
That's right. Whether you're a solo hauler or running a fleet, smart truckers use smart tech. Just go to 2290.ai to snap or scan and submit anywhere, anytime.
Powered by ZenWork. Use code RADIO at checkout for 20% off your first filing. Only at 2290.ai. That's 2290.ai with code RADIO at checkout for 20% off. 2290.ai.
Today's show is brought to you by Sectional Couches, the easiest furniture to split when you get a divorce.
Sell your house the easy way. Call Rapid Fire Home Buyers today.
Do you have real estate problems? Whether you're facing foreclosure, inherited a property, or have costly repairs, we understand. At Rapid Fire Home Buyers, we're here to help. Any condition, any situation, we'll give you an honest cash offer for your home so you can move forward. We've dealt with more real estate problems than anyone else in the River region. If you're dealing with foreclosure, major repairs, or having trouble selling your home, we will buy your house today. We've worked with hundreds of homeowners in the River region. It's easy to get started. Just call 334-675-1000 to claim your cash offer today. That's 334-675-1000. Because when real estate problems cause uncertainty, you deserve a solution you can trust. Any condition, any situation, we're here to help. Call 334-675-1000 to claim your cash offer for your house.
Sell your house the easy way. Call Rapid Fire Home Buyers today.
Lowe's knows hot deals help you get the most out of summer. Get up to 30% off select major appliances and get it delivered as soon as next day. Plus, get up to 30% off select patio furniture, grills, outdoor power equipment, and more. These end-of-season savings won't last long. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid through 7/30. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. Valid on eligible in-stock orders in select locations. Price, delivery time, and vehicle availability may vary based on order size and location. Exclusions apply. See Lowe's.com/delivery for more details.
Drivers who switch and save with Progressive could save hundreds. With that kind of money, you could go big time and skip the regular line at the airport and pay for speedy security. Imagine not having to quickly unpack and pack at the place you already came packed to. And wearing your shoes the whole time you're there? You can't put a price on that kind of luxury. Well, actually you can, and you paid for it. Switch to Progressive and you could save big time for speedy security. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in all states. Potential savings will vary.
When you need a new door or window replaced, you want it done right. Someone who delivers expert craftsmanship every time. Experience is a must. Listen, Davis Door and Sash. They can show you new doors and windows that can help you lower your utility bills and boost energy efficiency. Davis Door and Sash, Alabama.com or call 334-288-6010. Davis Door and Sash, the perfect fit for your home.
Let's listen to this insane TikToker talk about Sydney Sweeney. If Hollywood doesn't stand up for this woman and tell them to cut the crap.
Genes are passed down from parents to offspring, often determining traits like hair color, personality, and even eye color. My genes are blue.
Sydney Sweeney has her genes.
I'm not playing the rest of it because it's this crackpot, this tard, TikTard. Yeah, this is Nazi propaganda. It's another blonde-haired, blue-eyed white woman talking about her good genes.
Whatever.
They just are the most miserable sons of bitches on the planet. Yeah,
I don't like how she talked like she was in a audio erotica book, but
there was that.
She has her appeal.
Yeah. She's going to be a boxer in her next movie.
Yeah, Ellen just sent me the still that they released from that. She didn't put on much muscle to be a boxer.
I got to see that. I want to review that. All right, on behalf of David Blackman, Pamela DeBute, Ellen Murray, and myself, thank you for tuning in this afternoon. I'll see you bright and early tomorrow morning with Jay Scott, Rich Thomas, and that difficult...
Adios, muchacho.